drama last night here in Lahore. The opening act saw a new leading wicket taker in the tournament.
Out, Hassan Ali, number 3. Fantastic start this for the Karachi King.
47.
Well, I mean, the exam questions were challenging, some of them. He got a few right and a few wrong, but he can play, I tell you that, he can play the game of cricket. I hope he has a night. We've seen some 30s from him, but nothing more dramatic. 2 umpires have got ball in hand, Rauf and Raza. We're pretty much ready to go, and I can't emphasize enough how important it is for both.
Multan Sultans particularly, they need some rhythm, I know it's a bit of a cliched word in sport, but they need some momentum. And frankly, I think Lahore do too. Mark Butcher has climbed in alongside Lisa and I. Harris Rauf is ready to have a chat. Harris, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, that is grassy pitch. Does that excite you?
No, just simple bowling, I think so. Don't be excited.
Oh, you might get a bit out of it in terms of uneven bounce, perhaps, or sideways movement. No,
brother. To be honest, we are used to the flat wicket, so I don't think so. I try to do the simple bowling in this wicket. I think so. Don't be excited. Maybe yes. Look the first over. What the condition demands, to go with the condition.
Yeah. Have you noticed the last, well, you played in the first of the 2, but the loss of early wickets in the power play in the first innings of these matches here must give you encouragement. You must be looking to strike in the first 6, the Pepsi power play.
Of course, we will take early wickets, so the other, the opposition side go under pressure. So we will try to best.
And with a big crowd, there should be a great atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, of course. The Lahore Qalandars crowd always,
Thanks very much for talking to us. Go to work. Go to school, as they say. Butch, great to have you alongside Lisa and I. Oh, hello. Yes, here. He just flexing them muscles after the other night when he scorched it.
Shades of Misbah.
At the Oval after Pakistan disposed of England in that test match, and the team were out there doing their press-ups. I think he's going to need to have his wits about him for sure. We've seen it in the first 2 games here in Lahore, the power play. And how orthodox batting is something that will be productive, and swinging and swiping across the line if there is some movement early on has not been any good to batters on any team so far. So I think, keep your wits about you. Remember that you can hit the ball for 4 by playing with a straight bat as well as running down the wicket and slogging across the line. Lisa, you looked at the pitch in detail. Are you less concerned about it than 1 or 2 others of us?
Yeah, less concerned, but I guess we'll soon find out, won't we? That's the end of the day, and everyone takes a bit of a gamble, a guessing competition of what it's going to do and what the par score will be. But after the first few deliveries, we start to figure it out.
Slip in place, Darryl Mitchell, alongside Sam Billings, so 2 of their overseas players next door to each other, and the dynamic Shaheen Shah Afridi. He picked up a couple of early wickets the other night, but in the end it wasn't enough because Baba had control of the game. Where else have we got? Third man down, pretty orthodox actually. A slip 3 in the covers, third man down, 3 saving a single on the leg side, backward square leg on the boundary. So the only 2 back are behind square. Can he get it to swing? We've seen it swing with the new ball, particularly in the first innings. And left arm swing too from Luke Wood 2 nights ago. So here we go, the start of this contest. Multan Sultans and Lahore Qalandars. And a real anticlimax. It's a nightmare that. As captain, Shaheen would have got the team in a huddle and talked about getting off to a really disciplined and excellent start, put the pressure on from the beginning. And then he's the man that runs up and delivers a Steve Harmison to first slip.
But it's worthy of an extra slip.
Well, you've got to try and stop it, even if it doesn't hit the bat.
Mid-wicket is coming. That reminds me of Steve Harmison's ball in Perth. Anyway, that's another story. When he bowled that wide first ball, and the David Lloyd on air said usually when the first ball of the match goes to second slip, the bat's been involved.
That reminded me of a story. Captaining Surrey back in the day gave this huge Churchillian speech about getting back into the game. First ball, Ian Salisbury, I'm standing at slip, Nick straight forward, straight to me, put it on the floor, and ruined the entire 5 minutes.
Oh God. That is beautiful timing. To only get one for that. Picking out
the fielder, Sikandar Raza. He was explosive the other night. If the others had batted even half as well as he had, we'd have had a tighter game. It would have been easier in that run, more difficult in that run chase for Peshawar.
Yeah, I just hope that he gets an opportunity further up the batting order. Back-to-back 50s, so... And he's also very handy with the ball in hand. I know spinners haven't been as effective. Still could be.
Mohammad Rizwan on strike here. He struggles a bit, I think, against Shai Hope. Shai's got him 4 times over the years in the PSL. Not a batsman who dies wondering. Oh, lovely. Great line. That's what that's all about, the right line.
Yeah, nightmare spot for a right-handed batter against a left-armer, because you're playing for the ball coming back into you, really. And all you can do is just hold the line. Hold the line, don't follow it. Yeah, you missed it. No problem.
Is this where you say well left? Booked from the other end?
I think it... Oh, hello, we got a BYD. Yeah, leading the world in new energy vehicles, and PSL leading the game in talent. BYD is giving away BYD Seal. That's what that is, as the prize to the player of the tournament. Fantastic, so stay tuned. Who's going to win that car? Is coming in. There'll be issues of height and all sorts of things. Pitch outside, leg stump, and all that sort of stuff here that makes it a not out decision.
Very little going for it, that, I think we'll see in the replay. It's too short to have pitched in line. Swung too much to hit the stumps. Probably going over. Other than that, worth a shout.
I get the enthusiasm, though. I get why you'd go up for it. I get, yeah, you got to come out on all cylinders, haven't you? Tidy start from Shai Hope, 2 for no wicket. Already a fair few people in the ground. Two nights ago we had almost 30,000 in here, and the place was rocking. I think we'll get a good crowd tonight. They did come later yesterday, actually, even though the games are starting late, 8 o'clock in the evening. Oh, look at that, temperature still 35 degrees. Go Lahore. Tom Curran's going to use the new ball, vastly experienced, been working hard behind the scenes on his game. And it's all right, he's chipped it over mid-on, and don't worry, that skids away off the first bounce. Very fast scoring ground and short boundaries, quick outfield.
Welcome to the Qalandars, Tom Curran, well-travelled T20 cricketer. This is his first delivery in the green of Lahore. He's been deposited over long on unceremoniously.
Yeah, that's right. He was with Islamabad before. He's not experienced in this format. But if there's not movement, because of his pace, then they might look to target him a bit. He needs the ball to move, and then he's real good. It's good backing up, I'll tell you.
Interesting thing for me with Lahore Qalandars is they brought Mohammad Naeem, the emerging player, back in. But I think that they could have left the seamer Azabin and just moved that batting order up one. Abdullah Shafiq's an opener by trade. He could go up. Daryl Mitchell at 3. Asif Ali, Billings, Raza. Everybody just shift up one, especially with Curran in the side now. That lengthens things dramatically. So just an interesting choice. They've decided to do it. It's their home ground, but I would have gone with an extra seamer if I could get my hands on one.
Sikandar Raza 7, Tom Curran 8. That's too low. You're right.
And just to add to that conversation, Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf are the only seamers that have picked up wickets. They've used 5 other seamers searching for someone to pick up wickets. Tom Curran comes in now as well. But you're right, they need a few more options.
Both sides left their leg spinners out because they look sort of quite hittable. They look as if they came onto the bat nicely the last couple of nights. So far, with what we've seen, Lisa's right about the pitch. Things are darting around off the seam. Now square cover's gone back, just behind square actually. Third man's come up. That changes of pace. I was talking about Tom Curran's variety. His ability to change up and change down. There's an example of it. A reminder, of course, that the Hanif Mohammed cap given to the highest run scorer of the tournament, and the Fazal Mahmood cap to the highest wicket taker. And they both then have their homes powered by Inverex solar energy, which is subject to terms and conditions, but that's a terrific thing to win at the end of a tournament like this. A great privilege and a great thing to be supported by Inverex as well. 2 slips in place now. Very orthodox field, actually. 2 slips, 3 in the cover ring, and a third man on the offside. Mohammad Rizwan, he goes big and he goes early. He shouted 2 straight away, but I don't think there's 2 in it. He's wise not to come back.
I've found watching Mohammad Rizwan, especially this tournament, and maybe what he normally does, is the first maybe 5 or 6 deliveries, he just pokes at it, just punches it. Isn't willing to go hard straight away. It's almost like, no, I'll be the glue. Yes, I'm busy. I'll move around the crease. I'll run extremely hard between the wickets. He doesn't necessarily look to find a boundary at first point.
Unlike his opening partner. Couple gone, 10 for no wicket.
Great shot of the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, a wonderful city and a perfect venue for this tournament. 10 consecutive games being played here. Here's the captain of the Lahore Qalandars. They can't, can they? They can. What excellent batting that is. Really, to just play it softly, just drop it into space and go twice. You're really winning 2 runs from nothing.
Made 228 in the only match they won, and it was against the Qalandars. these two got off to an absolute flyer, and it was based around Yasir Khan playing some big shots, yes, but it was also based around that sort of scampering. Great understanding between the two of them at the top of the order, something that's clicked into place very early in their partnership.
Well, I like their general method. I think the sides the last couple of nights have been much too expansive on this surface. I think you've got to get in on it, and I think then it's lovely to bat on, because it comes, or at least that this is a different pitch from the one used the last two nights, but it was certainly a superb pitch to play shots on, and the low scores were indicative of the poor batting, not the surface. Now that did go off something. That is not natural variation. I think that's the surface getting a bit unnatural.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see that the grass actually sort of covers up the width of some of these cracks, but that's just hit the seam and flown. Excellent from Billings. Slip was ready, I think.
Slip was ready and dreading it.
More so in April in England than 35 degrees here in Lahore.
Now he switches to bowl round the wicket, and he gets it just a touch too straight. There's a single in it. Riveting this is, because there's a proper contest between bat and ball here, and cricket's always at its best. Live Jazz Cash to recharge more and more load of packages of Jazz or any other network, and win an electric SUV. I don't think that was so far from off stump. Yasir Khan's finding a bit of fresh air with those bat swings at the moment.
Well, he's a six-hitter. He's known for his six-hitting ability, and he's almost trying to throw the punch, isn't he, and upset the line and length. Actually danced down a little bit and missed it in the end. Yorked himself, swung back nicely. Whoa, not far off from that off peg.
Lovely footwork from Sam Billings there behind the stumps. That was a real good exhibition. Going with the pace of the ball, grabbing at it, giving as the ball hits the hands, soft hands to take the ball. Excellent. 3 gone and just 14 on the board. It probably is a tactic. I would think they've studied their first game 2 nights ago against Peshawar, and then watched last night, and have decided that you don't necessarily want to throw caution to the wind against a new ball here. It can cost you dear. You could be 3 down in the power play pretty easily, and it's always tough from there.
Yeah, and that's exactly the right approach. I mean, one of the great things about franchise cricket, with games being played every night, is that you can sit there, your analysts or your captain, your coach can sit there and watch the matches being played at the same ground that you're going to visit. You can see how to go about things. There shouldn't really be any surprises. Yes, you change surfaces from time to time, but you should know what's required.
Very clever from Curran. He gets that ball to keep low. I mean, the pitch has helped him, but boy, he's sort of cut that, undercut it, and it's skidded low.
Yeah, back of the hand. You not often expect sometimes a little top spinner, because that's what it becomes. You get a bit more bounce, you get that variable bounce. This time it went underground. But this must be the pitch playing.
Oh, Curran got the ball wrong there. He'd be furious with himself. Good little shot, but in all honesty, there to hit.
Yeah, as Tom Curran turned away there, he sort of gestured that he was trying to hit the pitch hard, get it sort of top of the stump height. It didn't have the venom in it, and it didn't have the direction. And Yasir just said, thank you very much, swiveled on it and nailed it back with a square.
Yeah, only 130 kilometres an hour. That's the difference, isn't it, to someone like Shaheen Shah Afridi. Some of these guys going around over that 140 mark makes such a huge difference.
Think about the batsman now. He almost knows Curran has to pitch it a bit fuller. Now bowled. There's a good sign of the uneven bounce. How about that carry through to the wicketkeeper? Billings took that, well, close to chest height, and he's a fair way back for a medium pacer.
Yeah, you're going to get that. I think that is absolutely baked into this surface. But Tom Curran will be very happy with the line and length there. New ball, it's allowed to move, allowed to do something. Shaheen's just taken the slip out. Would have been absolutely furious if there'd been a nick there.
Oh yeah, can you imagine? Well bowled, very good. Scan the QR code and download Goludlo, the app, and enter into the lucky draw. You get a chance to win a motorcycle at every match game. I repeat, a chance to win a motorcycle at every match game. Terms and conditions apply. Look at that for a prize at every match. Oh, look at that for a dance. Goodness. Again, Curran just outthinking the batsman, taking all the pace off the ball into that surface. Fascinating to watch him.
Yeah, this is the skills that he possesses, and you often see this later on in the innings at the death, don't you? But they've probably assessed, okay, we know that this guy Yasir goes hard at the ball, so keep changing the pace, and he's got so many different slower deliveries.
One flawed ball in the over, the other 5 really good. 19 for no wicket. Well, we're 4 overs into the 6-over Pepsi power play. And they're going at just a tad under 5s, but they've got all their wickets intact, and that's very important. And that's the reason for this relatively sedate start to the game. Plenty of power to come. Goodness, look, Iftikhar and Little a long way down the list. 6 and 7. Bracewell, brilliant striker. I meant Bracewell when I said Little, but I was just looking at Little. Yep, oh, she's a wide. Yep, first up from Haris Rauf. He wasn't overexcited about the pitch. He said they're so used to bowling on flat pitches, doesn't really make much difference to him. When he bowls fast, it's really like fast. And even that loosener was 143, almost 144 Ks. Screw them sprigs back into that boot.
Well, you can see a bit more swing today. 1.6 degrees compared to the other matches 1.1, and you may think 0.5, is that really that much? That is a lot from when you look at the width of the bat and the ball just either catching the edge or just missing the inside or outside edge of the bat makes a huge difference.
It was interesting to me that Shaheen didn't really do his usual thing of going very full with his first over.
Oh yes, got all of it, and I mean all of it.
He's a player, this fella, he really is. Fractionally short from Haris Rauf. Plenty of pace on it. Pitch is relatively sluggish, and that is just a fabulous stroke. Ended up inside the line after he made contact, so the body is whipping around, the hands then follow the body, and he has absolutely smoked it over square leg. Billings not impressed. Neither's he.
KFC is awarding higher education scholarships. More of that in a minute. Oh, lovely. What a way to follow it up. No matter where you pitch it, son, I'm going to slap you. Is the message from Yasir. Carrying on where he left off against the same opponent just a few days ago.
I think you can already see. You compare and contrast the two overs. One from Sam Curran, one from Haris Rauf. Pace off from Sam Curran, effective. Pace on, extra pace from Haris Rauf. He's being dispatched.
Yeah, and the last time Haris Rauf came across Multan Sultans, none for 54 off 3 overs. He did not have a happy outing in Multan. And at the moment, none for 11 off only 2 deliveries. He's got to start to think of, how can I vary this? How can I take it away from the arc?
Now, oh, he got in. Yes, Haris Rauf, and look at the response. Don't mess with me is that message.
Yasir Shah feels that he's really missed out. Very similar line and length to the 6 that he hit in the second delivery. 6 kilometres quicker, and you see that it actually got hit on the stickers, so therefore didn't find the middle of the bat. Sikandar Raza seems to be everywhere in all of these matches. He is the key man out in the field. Skipper is happy because they've got a breakthrough. Player of the match last time these two teams met. He has to depart for 24. It's 30 for 1.
Full marks to Haris Rauf there. You come back from 6-4, bang, bang like that. You crank it up a bit, you hit the bat harder, and you earn the wicket in the safe hands of Sikandar Raza. 3 balls of exhilarating cricket. He's a good player, Usman Khan. Good off for both feet, which is always nice to see, not limited by front foot play. Striking at pretty much 160, which is superb. 300s in the PSL. Oh, what a stop. What a blistering stroke, by the way, but what a stop to match it.
Yep, Lisa Sthalekar absolutely spot on. Previous delivery that disappeared over square leg, 138. This one 144, just extra bit of heat on it. Yasir Khan late on the stroke, he just tucked him up, he wasn't able to get the same extension. Raza did the rest.
Oh, I feel a short ball coming. Shortish. Back of a length, hard too, real hard ball out to play. Vigo tell Bangor Cam is live, as you know. If you see yourself on the big screen, show us your best dance moves and light up the stadium. One lucky dancer will win Vigo Tell smartphone. Oh, goodness. That was modest, I'd say. Not more than modest. One ball left in the fifth. Excellent to over after a difficult start. 30 for 1.
Yasser, what a loss for the fans. Qalandars were absolutely ecstatic picking him off at square leg, but what a knock it was. Martin 24 of 18 and some classical shots in that 24.
Yeah, just look, he was about to start going, wasn't he? Just getting going, a couple of good shots and then out.
Missing the stumps, I think. It's not going to hit the stumps, but it's a good option. Left arm spin, bit of spin on a green track can cause a ripple or two in the mind of the batsman. That probably was 60-40 in favour of batsman.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. I have checked the field, it's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Ball is close to the gloves and bat. Can I have all rights to confirm, please? Just keep rolling, flat line, yeah, roll further, gap between ball and gloves, satisfied, no batting ball, go for ball tracking when ready. Ball tracking is building up. It's coming up now. Original decision not out. Pitching outside off. Impact umpire's call. Wicket sitting. Alex, stay with your original decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Closer than I initially thought. So it turned out to be umpire's call. Marginal. Absolutely marginal.
Yeah, looked a lot closer than what I first thought, that's for sure. Looked to be well outside off stump, but that's umpire's call saving Mohammad Rizwan there. He hasn't had a lot on the strike in this early stages, has he? 4 off 10. You'll be wanting to get a little bit of momentum going into this innings at 30 for 1 here in the 6th over.
There's a good player of spin bowling. Likes to slog, sweep the ball. I think Multan Sultans at this stage would be hoping that there are no major accidents in the Pepsi power play. This is the sweep shot that was attempted. Turned out to be umpire's call. Close thing. But we've seen teams in the last 2 matches struggle batting first in the power play. Qalandars 35 for 5 and the other team was 45 for 4, something on those lines. is very unorthodox. Usman likes to get on with the game, likes to cut the ball, will use his feet against spin also. There's that smash and almost a spectacular catch at cover, but it goes and hits the fence. Speed of lightning.
He's given that everything, hasn't he? Thrown the kitchen sink at it, given himself a lot of room, given up the stumps, just flat bats it. I don't think Sikandar Raza has any chance of catching that. Thinks he's got a chance, but that's gone past him at a rate of knots. Strong man is Usman Khan. Was just looking before, 2 seasons ago, 120 off 43 balls against the Quetta Gladiators. So he's got the game to do a big score here.
Difficulty then, Martin, of playing a left armour on a green surface. Different angles needed for a batsman.
Yes, definitely. I think on this type of surface, you know there's not going to be much turn. He's always going to be attacking the stumps, and it's going to skid through with the arm. And with this field, there's not too many options really you can go. Unless he gives you a full toss like that, and that's just a gimme ball, and Usman Khan says, thank you very much. I'll just hit that through cover for another boundary.
End of the Pepsi power play, and Multan Sultans, I think, have played it extremely well. 39 for 1. It's breezy, it's not humid, but it is warm. Yasir maintained a good bit of momentum with Rizwan, and now it's Usman and Rizwan together as a pairing. Rizwan has been just a little bit quiet, 5 from 11. Still a long way to go. Fine fielder up in the ring. We've got a fine square leg and a mid-wicket. Haris Rauf can bowl 2 lengths actually. He can go short, he can go Yorker length as well.
I would be tempted with this field to have fine leg back and bring mid-wicket up, especially to Rizwan, who is he's struggling to time the ball. He's striking at 50% only. And having that guy up at mid-wicket could create a lot more dot balls for the Lahore Qalandars side. Just to make him try and do something different, produce a false shot, and bring yourselves into the game a lot more. It's the run rate's not out of control at the moment, so I think they can afford to do that and create a few more dot balls and a bit of pressure.
You got to put that line away. That middle and leg stump channel has got to go for 4 or a 6. These days, it's a freebie. It's a free hit. But he's got speed. We know that Haris Rauf can be slippery.
Don't I know it, Ramiz?
Yeah, I mean, it's nippy. Tapalti moment then. It's the Tapalti corner, Pakistan's #1 brand. There's that swivel. Full shot attempted, only a single. He's got this ability to pick wickets. He can be very exciting on a surface like this. He can go for runs, can be frustrating for any skipper. But you're supposed to pick wickets to slow down the process, and he's got this great ability to do that.
Yeah, he's a strike bowler, isn't he? We have here, averages 56. Rizwan here against Haris Rauf here, averaging 56, striking at 155. As I said, tempted to bring that mid-wicket player up. He hasn't got any boundaries away yet, Rizwan.
He likes that angle. Rizwan, very fast hands and bat speed.
Coming back to Haris Rauf being a strike bowler, you know, he's got the pace. You need someone in T20 cricket with a bit of extra pace. You know he's going to take wickets. Yes, they can go for runs, but it's the X factor he's got, hasn't it? You know, that pace. I can remember in the 2021 T20 World Cup, first ball I faced Rauf hit me on the toe and broke my toe in the first game of the World Cup, and I was limping around for the rest of that game.
Is his action difficult to pick? I mean, because he's not very tall, but gets the ball to sort of bounce as well from that height, from that angle.
Yeah, he can get the ball to skid through quite quickly, and you know he hasn't got the typical jump as a bowler. He sort of shuffles through the crease a bit, a very fast arm action, and you know it's onto you quite quickly. And on some other wickets, he can get that sort of tennis ball bounce when he bends his back a bit more. But it is good to see him back playing this year. Last year, obviously out with a shoulder injury, so didn't take much part in the PSL, but lovely to see him back and bowling fast again.
He's got what you call a tennis ball bowling action. Doesn't really collar it completely, picks up a run, he'll keep the strike, and it's 43 for 1. Run rate is 6.14. They need to get cracking. Maybe they can amp it up in the next 3 or 4 overs, I think, because the real damage has been avoided, because power play sessions have been tough batting first for teams, so they've avoided that 43 for 1. Next 3, they try to get 13-3.
Yeah, and I think Usman Khan is a catalyst for this partnership here. If he can get going, that could rub off on Mohammad Rizwan to get going as well.
Big shot. Clears that man at square leg for a big 6. Yeah, we've nominated Usman to improvise and be the aggressor. Well, he's provided his team with a great start in over number 8.
Daryl Mitchell coming on here. They've obviously seen him as one they can go after. Have a look here. Didn't quite get it out of the middle of the bat. A little bit high, but he's such a strong man, Usman Khan. He just swivels on that, gets it up, and that goes all the way for a KFC power hit.
That's probably 65-meter fence. Even a mishit can carry. There's the cut shot. Will he find the gap? That ball is racing away from the field. I think Abdullah Shafiq has done a good job. Full length dive, stopped a 4.
Lovely shot here from Usman Khan. Using the pace of the ball, opening the face, and that races across the outfield. Wonderful effort on the boundary there from Abdullah Shafiq. Steers clear of the boundary too. He's done very well there.
Doesn't express himself a lot when he's batting. You hardly see any emotions. Even when he gets out first ball, you don't see anything from him. So this was really nicely done, almost spectacular. Really was sensational.
And those are the things that can get you going in the field as well. You know, the batters are looking to get a bit of momentum. You save a couple of runs here and there, you know, that can turn the game for your team. Really helps towards the end cause. Looks like he's done a fantastic job here.
In the meantime, 50 has been raced, 51 for 1 in 7.2. This has been a good over so far. 6 and a 2. They're toying with the field set here. So long off's being asked to come into the ring. A deep point has been installed. And fine and third both in the circle as well. That's gone up in the air. This should be taken. Sikandar Raza means business. That's his second catch. Usman Khan there will be disappointed. Because hit the splice and, well, another wicket has gone down. An important wicket after a very good start in this over. Usman's gone.
Just as we were talking about getting a bit of momentum into the innings, they've lost the wicket. The short ball there from Daryl Mitchell hits the splice of Usman Khan's bat and a pretty simple catch in the end for Sikandar Raza running in. Just as things were starting to look a bit brighter for the Multan Sultans, lose another wicket, 51 for 2.
Shai Hope is in. Not used to playing pace. 10 50s and 100 with a strike rate of 126. What's the game plan here then? Qalandars want to have a man in at mid-wicket. I'm sure another partnership has got a role for Multan Sultans. Pitch maybe that medium pacer would enjoy because you can target at length, you know, slight movement here and there. This was supposed to clear the fence, not to be.
Now another one that just hits the splice of the bat. We've seen 2 of those this evening. Just pops up a simple catch to Sikandar Raza, who comes in from the mid-wicket boundary. And Shai Hope played for the Qalandars last season.
That's a nice way to open your account, and I think that's going to be the idea from the batters, to play with the full face of the blade on a surface like this, initially at least, and then you can experiment.
Yeah, absolutely. These two are very much traditional players. Shai Hope has worked on his power game in the last few years, and I think that 126 strike rate sort of doesn't quite reflect what he's done in the last few years with his power hitting. But these two, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of twos here, balls into gaps, dropping it into the leg side to look for those two. Shai Hope, one of the quickest guys I've ever batted with between the wickets.
Low ball is put away into the gap for a run. And so that's a good comeback from Mitchell. Picks up a wicket, 1 for 10 in his first, and it's 53 for 2. Rizwan is still out there, 8 from 14 balls. Very quiet inning so far from Rizwan. Gulam, Iftikhar, Bracewell, they still have got plenty of options with the bat. Sikandar Raza is coming on to bowl. This may just free up Rizwan. Likes spin, likes that slot sweep.
We see over the last few years Sikandar Raza has brought a few more balls into his repertoire. Used to just be a standard off-spin bowler. Now he has the Curran ball at the back of the hand, and his normal off-spinner. So a few different balls here. the change in the field. Shaheen Shah has gone into mid-wicket to just try and stop that easy single into the leg side, create a bit more pressure, a few more dot balls, and hopefully a rash shot.
You associate a lot of smartness with Sikandar Raza. He bats well with the tail. Got a great 50 the other night, where the beginning was a little tough for him because they were targeting him with short pitch stuff. But when the spinners came on to bowl, he was completely all over them. That's a quicker delivery. And with the ball also, he knows what he's doing. Straight lines, variations, just a little bit. It's a free hit for fans, so visit Parkview City Facebook page to answer the question and get a chance to win a house at the end of the league. Also win mobile phones daily. The big question is, can Rizwan then change gear? Because he's been a little docile, a little slow. Must be difficult really from going to from 16 ball 10 to maybe look for boundaries, look for sixes. Can that happen? Is that easy?
It's not easy, but we know that Rizwan probably doesn't have the power game that some of the other guys have, so he's got to do it in his way, which is hitting the ball into gaps, hitting proper hard cricket shots, and finding the boundary in that sort of way. Nudges one into the leg side, and they've pushed off quickly here. As quick as Shai Hope is, they were never getting two there. If these two can do what they're doing there, push the ball around a bit longer, you know, they're going to look 58 for 2 here.
Qalandars have been tidy, just 2 extras, 9 overs, 58 for 2. The game has not run away from their reach. Shine setting the show for them. 6 runs in his 2 overs. Daryl Mitchell will bowl his second. Likes the cut shot. That is such a good shot, right on top of that one and hitting it so sweetly.
Rizwan getting into the action here with his first boundary of the day. Shortest ball from Daryl Mitchell. A little bit too much width and having fall back on the leg side suggests that was just a little bit offline from him. Rizwan makes no mistake in hitting that all the way to the boundary. One of his favourite shots. Is that the ball to get Rizwan going in this innings?
Slow ball is played with an angle bat for a run. Qalandars playing, and it's almost another houseful here in Lahore. That's a flowing cover drive. No need to run for that one. That's the classical stuff that you expect from Hope.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot from Shai Hope there. Didn't try and overhit this ball too much. Mitchell just cross-seam delivery, and then it's come straight out of the middle of the bat. Head over the ball, ball into the ground. No chance for any fielder to catch that. Beautiful shot there, Shai Hope.
A lot of focus on the surface before the game. It has a volume of grass, serious spread of green. First game on this pitch this season, pitch number 9. It's a typical Rizwan shot. A little off balance, but he's been pretty consistent in this year's HBL PSL. Free hit for fans, win a house contest. Who hit the winning runs in the 2009 T20 World Cup final? It's timing them well after a good start here. Shai Hope and Multan Sultans after 10 going at 7 and over, 70 for 2.
Goes to the top of the pops. Most runs in the HBL Pakistan Super League. Number 10, season 10. Farhan sitting closely behind from Islamabad United, and James Vince, who came out of the blocks pretty quickly for Karachi Kings. I still can't believe that Mohammad Rizwan has only faced 20 deliveries out of the 60 that have been bowled. This shows that he hasn't had a great opportunity from a strike perspective. Tom Curran bowled him. It comes into this side and has an immediate impact. Clever with his change-ups and excellent with his line.
On first view, it looks like a serious delivery. It is pace off, but it's just angled back in. Yeah, pace off, but it just seams back in. Goes through bat and pad. Lahore Qalandars, well, they've taken another one. Bowling first, working in their favour. Shai Hope gone for 970 for 3, Multan.
Gulam has been elevated actually. The last few times has batted at number 7. I felt like there was an opportunity wasted. I know Michael Bracewell has been occupying this position, but he's coming in. He's got a little bit of work to do. Another back of the hand slower delivery.
The pace off has certainly worked. But once you go pace off and the ball actually lands on the seam and nips back in, well, good luck playing that. The statsman, Mazhar, reminds us that it is the first seamer apart from, second seamer apart from Shaheen Shah Afridi and Rauf to take a wicket for Lahore Qalandars. Yeah, Darryl Mitchell classifies as a seaman.
I think so.
Yeah.
He does have seam up, so you've got to give it to him. But yeah, that has certainly been an issue for Lahore Qalandars, and they've tried a number of options, and this time with Tom Curran coming in, he's been effective. And he's quick and smart, and he's right on the ball, and it looks like a little bit of an injury. The slipping, not getting the grip, so is it ankle or hamstring? Hamstring he's holding. Has he done a hamstring before?
Yeah, before the game, if I see a pitch where there's so much grass, I probably do a hamstring then. I want to wait and actually get out there and then do a hamstring. Jazz fan pulse question: which HBL PSL season had the highest match aggregate? 2021, 2023, 2024, or 2022?
Each season had the same amount of matches. Oh well, have a go, I reckon. When in doubt, go for C. Just a little bit stretching. A little stoppage in play, which isn't ideal really for Multan Sultans. They really need to get motoring.
Yeah, and normally it's Rizwan who stops the play with a cramp or two, but this time it's not Rizwan, it's Kamran Gulam, so he won't be too used to this, Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, well, the reason why Kamran Gulam is out there is Tom Curran managed just to find the gap between bat and pad. Back of the hand. Oh, this is a different angle. Oh, I like that. Very artsy. Wonderful over straight away, especially after the 10 over mark. A wicket first delivery, 3 dot balls, 4 dots if you include the wicket. And you've got Mohammad Rizwan down there itching for the strike, and he's not getting it.
Shai Hope at the toss said, ideally restrict Multan Sultans or get them out around about 150. First 10 overs went for 70.
A quick single now. Let's see how his hamstring goes. Not too bad. Yeah, even in the last game, Multan Sultans batted first, 168 for 5, and then Islamabad United chased it really comfortably. So they need to be careful that they don't undershoot the score that they're going for. So the messages back and forth to the dugout need to be at some point, okay, the pitch is easing off. You know, obviously Multan Sultans and the powers to be, things haven't necessarily gone well, but you've got to keep striding forward. We know that the average last year here was 186. They're a long way from that. Full toss. And gets away with it. Just a single. The 2 runs off the over, it's 72 for 3. 10 runs and over, 162. That still seems like a long way off. If that's the case, they really need to start motoring and get going. Off the pad. Afridi to bowl his second. So look your best. This HBL PSL, as J. is rewarding the best dressed spectator at every game with a luxurious J. gift hamper. Pretty in pink.
You've already had your shopping session in Pakistan, so you're sorted.
Finds the gap. Played it and threaded it into that small gap. And a welcome boundary.
Gulam, a very good player of spin. Even with the delivery coming back in towards him, he's able to make enough room to be able to cut it behind point. That is an impressive shot of a delivery which is actually the arm ball from Asif Afridi.
By the way, you can always shop. You can always get more clothes, Bazard. Now uses his feet and doesn't even bother looking, as there is plenty of spectators trying to catch the ball. Powerful blow straight down the ground.
But this is why he's so good against spin. Previous delivery he showed us how he kept himself back and cut it away. This time he's out of the blocks, he's to the pitch. And once he's done that with his footwork, the rest is just plonking it out of the ground.
Dead ball, because Mohammad Rizwan dropped his bat as the bowler was coming in. Oh dear, very funny.
There's always something. There's always something happening when Rizwan is batting, bowling, not bowling, batting or keeping or even fielding.
And they miss out on a single because of it. Everyone having a little bit of fun out there. Perfect spirits. This will be a trying time for Asif Afridi, because he normally bowls in the power play, doesn't he? This is what Mohammad Rizwan. Yeah, oops, a daisy. Pick it up. Angles it in nicely. That's what we're used to seeing, especially with the new ball. Big over for the Sultans. 12 runs off it. It's 85 for 3. Apologies, one ball left. The Rizwan this innings. Well, saved for. Yeah, I was right. 85 for 3. Yes, yeah, 24 off 18. Usman Khan 18 off 14. Mohammad Rizwan, who's the leading run scorer in the HBL PSL, 20 not out, still off 23, but Gulam 12 off 8, and started to put his foot on the accelerator. Secunda Raza.
Yeah, plenty of people come to support Lahore Qalandars. Plenty of flags for them, and the roar goes up whenever they take a wicket right now when they're bowling. But Lahore does turn up.
We were talking about the average score last year for the HBL PSL here at the Gaddafi Stadium. Got to remember that this square has had a lot of cricket of late. God, put down. Tom Curran. Secunda Raza has a funny knack of creating opportunities, and I wonder if they'll rue this one.
He's cut it straight into those buckets and out. I don't think he got a hand on it. Maybe just a little finger.
Oh, there's the slingy arm. And they should come back for two. And they do, comfortably.
Yeah, Multan in a need of move on, but it's always time for the 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 selfie moment. Hold the pose.
Vogue. Oh, cleverly done. Extra quick by Secunda Raza. Line was not ideal, but literally just laps it to the fine.
Rizwan's second boundary, but we know how good he is with the sweep shot. Be it the hard sweep or be it just a paddle. And he'll know that Secunda Raza will always provide you with pace.
Now the sling. Just the one. Oh, missed opportunity this over so far. Tom Curran playing for his first game in this edition. Backward point went straight to him. And this one's big. Wow, talk about rubbing salt into the wounds. 100 is up, 15 off. 100 for 3.
Looking slightly better. You want to get to 177. You want to go at 11 over, if not more. They set the innings up, but they just need to up the ante. Gulam 19 of just 10. He is taking the advantage.
Curran again. What kind of magic will he produce this over? Well, it's time for fans to enjoy cricket's Pakistan's own brand, Tapal. And of course, the Tapal Tea Lounge. Remember, it's the #1 tea brand in Pakistan.
$101 for 3. Rizwan 29 of 28. And they say in T20, whilst batting, if you play low risk, it ends up being high risk for your team in the game. As in, you don't score enough runs. How many times have we heard at the post-match with the captains coming in and saying we were 15 runs short, 20 runs short? That is because you didn't take enough risk up front. I think it is the time to really up the ante. Rizwan is just going at 103 strike rate.
And I guess the telling number as well is only 2 boundaries, no sixes. And again, he's not necessarily looking to find the boundary. He's just looking to get off strike a lot of the time and let Gulam do the power hitting. Ideally, you need both parties right now going for it.
I know you love an anchor in T20 cricket, don't you?
I think we've moved on from the yanker. Unless the pitch is doing all sorts, I think time to have a bit of fun. As we would say back home, happy hour has begun. Three fielders deep on the leg side, two on the off square, and clips it just to that behind square fielder. Make sure you scan the QR code and download the GoLutlo app and enter into the lucky draw and get a chance to win a motorcycle at every match game. Obviously, terms and conditions apply. I would assume you'd have to be of the driving age. Or not. Slower delivery. So good with those.
So difficult to pick. The seam comes down as if it's a seam up delivery. Actually back of the hand, doesn't really arrive. That one just again nipped off the surface a little bit.
Yeah, it's like that top spin forehand, just that extra little bit of kick that the players just don't expect. Cut and cut well, very well. An important boundary. So Gulam goes up to 25 off 13 deliveries. It's 109 for 3. And it's time now, isn't it, for the Tapal timeout. Well, that ends the Tapal strategic timeout. Well, one great thing about being here at the Gaddafi Stadium is, you know, all the fans coming in, but they've got to be fed. They've got to have drinks, and why not go here? Now, this looks pretty cool, doesn't it, Bazard?
We call them baraf ke gole. Basically ice with all those flavory syrup on it, cools you down, and as you know, it's summertime. Summertime has arrived early. This is so popular everywhere.
109 for 3. 14 overs done and dusted. Wonder what the message has been sent out now. The discussion between the Multan Sultan coaching staff and Mohammad Rizwan, the skipper, who's still out there. Cut. Field there.
Yeah, Multan Sultan's very big on numbers too. They have a lot of data and a lot of number crunching, so they must have looked at the past score, must have looked at a winning score on this ground. So yeah, the discussion must be, are we going fast enough with the bat? Do we need a little more? Do we need some impetus in the innings? We know Iftikhar can strike the ball. We know Bracewell can too. It's all about Rizwan and Kamran Gulam now try and make sure that there is a boundary every over. Nice to stop that time from Curran. Or maybe even a couple of boundaries every over, because it just suggests that yes, there's grass on the pitch, but it still seems as if you need to get to maybe 180, maybe 175.
Partnership is 42 off 25, and it's really Kamran Gulam who's the one that's shown the way. 27 off 14. Can his skipper follow? But at the moment, Darren Mitchell is bowling perfectly to his plan, which is ideal from a skipper's point of view. Sign up and use PayPack debit card to avail best discounts in Pakistan. Again, discussions with Shaheen Shah Afridi at mid-on. Do they change it? No, field looks to stay exactly the same. Stump to stump.
Kamran Gulam 28 of 15. Mohammad Rizwan though 33 of 32. Have to know what Shaheen Shah Afridi is thinking right now. Probably thinking it's going all right. Where we just carry on like this, they get to 160. That is well within reach. At the toss he said 150. If we can bowl them out for that, I think he'd take 165 any day of the week.
The other thing to keep in mind as well, from Multan Sultan's point of view, their bowling has been the real issue. So you want to give your bowlers a bit of leeway, don't you? A 150, 160 is not doing that. A 180, 190 above par score is giving your bowlers some leeway, because they've struggled, especially the seamers. They've gone over 11 runs per over throughout this HBL PSL. So they've really got to get motoring. The call is Chalo. I'll take a single. 116 for 3.
overs left for Shaheen Shah Afridi. Haris Rauf, Asif Afridi, Mitchell has one left, as does Raza. 5 to go. You'd expect that Shaheen and Rauf will bowl out. They need to find one from somewhere else. Multan very well placed to make a score of around 170. Swiped away into the left side. Typical Rizwan. He's not found it easy. Been there from the start. 36 from 34 for the skipper, but that'll be well worth it if he can put the afterburners on here along with Curran and Gulam. Good evening, Martin Guttal, Ramiz Raja.
Hello, Butch. Yes, they've got a motor along now. Need at least 60, 70 to finish on a higher 160, 170 at least. Nothing devilish regarding the surface. A lot of grass, but it has played quite truly.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? He just hasn't quite found his touch tonight, old Mohammad Rizwan. He's struggled to find any sort of timing. Got a couple of good ones away, but the consistency of that, what he usually has with the way he times the ball, just hasn't been there tonight. Multan will hope that he can start to get something going here. It's been a good partnership to get them back into the game here.
Slow ball from Haris Rauf. 50 partnership comes up. It's been an excellent one. Cameron Gulam in particular has really been ultra positive. 30 from 17 for him. Multan couldn't wish to be in a better position. 4.5 overs left. Can they make the most of it? Very experienced death bowlers in Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi to contend with. The two set batters. Oh, that's out of here. That is gone, long gone. It's Rizzy time.
Tremendous bat speed. He was covering the set of stumps. Almost a golf swing there for you. Great balance. And it did the distance. That's very big. 689 meters hit. And every 6 will offer a scholarship from KFC. Such a good initiative.
Yep, like to see a few more 6s and we get buckets more scholarships. Slashed away. Excellently fielded. Had extra cover. Probably saved 1 run. The man was covering out there on the cover boundary. Decent crowd build up here at the Gaddafi Stadium. Going to come in a little late, even though we start at 8 p.m. local time. Forgive them that. It has been blisteringly hot here today. And that's blistering from Haris Rauf. Might just be sneaking down. Alex Wharf unmoved. Haris Rauf wants a review. Billings doesn't disagree. And we're getting one.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LQvMS. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge, please. Just keep rolling. Gap between bat and ball. Yeah, satisfied. No batting ball. Go for ball tracking when ready. Ball tracking is building up. Alex. Still building up. Coming up now. Original decision not out. Pitching in outside off. Impact in line. Wicket umpire's call. Stay with your original decision, Alex. Stand by.
Yep, slightly unfortunate if you are a Qalandars fan.
You're on
Alex
screen.
Wolf's initial decision upheld, the ball clipping leg stump. But umpire's call, it remains. You can understand as to why Rauf was so convinced. Perilously close. But perhaps you see it in full speed, you can see why bowler and keeper were convinced that it was out, because of the position that Gulam ends up in after it goes by. So he ends up in front of all three. It looks like it's absolutely stone dead to Rauf. In the end, on balance, you say it's a good decision from Alex Wolf.
Gulam probably was also waiting for the umpire to raise the finger, because he stuttered just a little bit, fearing for the worst, but then he got away with it.
He almost gave himself away a bit there, didn't he? He almost looked to turn and walk off.
Wide ball. Real pressure here for both teams. The Qalandars skipper will know, winning the toss, bowling first, that he really wanted to keep Multan down to somewhere around 150 or less. So you start bursting through that on a pitch that has not been straightforward to score on. It'll be a difficult chase for his batters. Whipped away, just tucked Gulam up enough not to get enough power onto it.
Looks to me like Shaheen is using the bigger side of the ground here, bowling back of a length into the hip and just trying to get the right-handers to hit towards that bigger side, hoping to get a false shot and maybe a catch on the boundary. So his third man coming up into the circle and long off, heading back.
Oh, that one scuttles through. We may see more and more of that as the game goes on.
The slow balls have stayed low. Back of the hand stuff. Yeah, trying an off-cutter, and that one is a submarine.
Dive, dive, dive.
World's first arbitrage crypto exchange on. So download the app and become instantly rich.
Easy as that, huh?
It's crypto, you never know actually whether you're winning or losing.
Sounds like a gambler's game. Young and old, enjoying the cricket here at Gaddafi Stadium. Another back of the hand slow ball, pitched outside leg stump, surely. And this is a good little spell, this, for the Qalandars. Rauf over previously was a good one, a frugal one. So far, this one from Shaheen has been similar.
Very keen to swivel and play the square leg shot. Back of the hand, leg spinner from Shai Hope. I think it'd be better served really hitting the ball with a straighter bat, because he's tried his hand playing that shot once or twice now.
So every time they try and hit across the line, it's quite difficult for them. Gets lucky with that one, Shaheen Shah. Knee-high full toss, could have gone anywhere. Fortunately, he's gone straight to a fielder and there to get the single.
Yeah, it just shows that batters are trying to set themselves to hit the ball in a favoured area. Then a wide-ish full toss comes and you're not ready for it. And generally, you'd spank that away every single time, but Shaheen gets away with one. One ball left of the 17th. Oh, short ball goes for 4. Top edge. It was an excellent short ball. It caught Rizwan by surprise, but it costs him 4 anyway. 136 for 3.
Multan Sultans 17 over goal, 126 for 3. Multan Sultans get so much of goal.
Right, crunch time. For a couple of reasons. Just the 3 left for Multan Sultans. But it's Daryl Mitchell who has the 18th. Useful. Yeah, he's going to get away with that. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Alex Rauf took a bit of advice from Hassan Raza at square leg, and it's been given a wide for height, over shoulder height. I reckon that's a little harsh.
Looked to be tight, didn't it? Not the biggest of batters out in the middle there. Just this slower bouncer here from Daryl Mitchell. Fair call from my eyes.
And that's a fair whack. Put down. Oh no, caught in the crowd. Maybe an assist. That is a fantastic strike from Gulam. What an innings this is turning out to be.
Yeah, much better option from Kamran Gulam as well. He was trying to hit the ball a little squarer early on. This was a little straighter and smack off the middle of the blade for 6. Timely 6. They need loads of 6s now to end this on a high.
A little bit of baseball swing about that one, wasn't there? A little line drive to left centre field for a home run.
Certainly stands in weight with the bat up baseball style. Now Mitchell is under pressure. This was always going to be a tough one, tough choice for Shaheen Shah. He knew where 4 overs were coming from, himself and Rauf, but he had one more to get rid of. Curran's bowled out, and so it's Mitchell that he turns to. Sultans are looking to take him for as many as they possibly can. Oh, that'll be 50, and it'll be another boundary as well. Mohammad Rizwan has stuck it out and batted almost all the way through the innings. He might do that yet. His 21st 50 in HBL PSL. He also has 200s. What a player.
Really, you get to see a fighting innings in T20, but he's fought his way through it. Uneasy start, looked a bit restless, but he's gotten to that milestone with a 4, typical Rizwan kind of a shot. A little off balance, but finding the gap.
More work to do. 3 balls left of this Mitchell over. Has he found the gap? Yes. Oh yes, he has. Split the fielders perfectly. This is hugely profitable for Multan Sultans.
Lovely strike there. You see the field that Darren Winchell has. He's going to be full and wide. And he's going to be back of the leg. Mohamed Rizwan there just standing still, opening the front hip. A little sort of baseball style swing there, straight into the gap at square leg. You never need to run for that. Save your legs, Rizzy.
150 comes up. 14 legitimate deliveries left. Oh, direct hit. Rizwan's dropped his bat, wants to come back for a second. The backing up was good.
Value of staying at the crease and then milking the advantage at this stage, Rizwan. They needed a set article to take this to 160, 170. Pocket-sized dynamite, yeah. Direct hit would have taken care of Rizwan. Full-length dive, and then he was ready to take that extra run. Not to be.
The only thing we've not had from Mohamed Rizwan today is an injury. There's still time.
The night's still young, Butch.
Wide, but the man is set very straight out there on the cover boundary. It will just be a single. An excellent over though for Multan Sultans. 18 from it, 154 for 3 with 2 to go. By some stretch, the biggest over of the innings. Mitchell was always going to come under fire there. It went exactly to plan for Rizwan and Gulam. Now 12 balls, 2 international fast bowlers, 2 international death bowling specialists, Shaheen and Rauf to finish.
Lovely start there from Shaheen in this over. Not allowing any length for the batters to get underneath the ball. He's a single down to long on. What are we thinking here, Rameez? Is something funky from Rizwan, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. They can go for anything. Improvisation, the slot sweep. He's got to look for a big over here. There still is make or break situation for both sides. Slow ball handled. Straight back to long off for a single. So far so good from Shai Afridi. He'll be looking to alter the pace. So first ball bowled at 140, this one 103.7. Massive drop.
Inveric Solar Energy, Pakistan's #1 solar brand, trusted for over 15 years. Sultans will settle for over 15 in this over. Oh, has he found the man? No, backs off it. Wow, that was an interesting decision from the fielder out there at deep mid-wicket. Shafiq out there just seemed as though he had forever to run in from our angle anyway, but he seemed to go backwards. Had the drop catch up. Rizwan was let off by Tom Curran at backward point off the bowling of Raza. Quite taken their chances yet this evening, Qalandars. That one's gone all the way. Rizwan coming alive right at the death here. This is so valuable.
Rameez Raja's called it. Slog sweep. Not easy to do off a tall bowler like Shaheen Shah Afridi. Mohamed Rizwan plays it to perfection. Bigger side of the park out there, and he gets enough bet on it all the way.
Yeah, he's finally caught up with rhythm and momentum. Rizwan, he was almost deathly slow earlier in his innings, but 65 or 45 now.
straight to the fielder. A real example of type of patience that's required when the ball is new on this surface. Full extension of the arms, didn't come out of the middle by any stretch. You see the way the bat twisted around in the hands. There was plenty enough leverage and bat speed, and that's 6. Slower ball, they'll look for 2. Decide against. 19 gone, 165 for 3.
Multan Sultans, 19 over goal, 165 for 3.
Rizwan 66, Gulam 43 from 27, partnership 95. Rizwan's innings is the sort that, had he got out in the early part, he would have been criticised for not going hard enough. Gulam goes hard and goes for the maximum. Another great catch in the crowd. This has been some entertainment and some not.
A pearler from Gulam, effortlessly lifting that one for 6. What a timely blow. Now this is becoming just a little bit serious for Qalandars. 170 plus posted on a pitch that has a lot of grass. 100 partnership comes up as well as a result of that mighty 6. And they're not finished yet. He'll go again.
Come back from Rauf. Second half of this innings has been so contrasting to the first. And again, I reiterate the fact that in these franchise tournaments, when you're playing at the same venue night after night, you get the chance to watch what's gone on before. The mistakes that the teams made in the previous 2 games were to go too hard too early. 50 for Curran Gulam. And what a splendid one it's been.
Lovely innings from Gulam there. Took a lot of pressure off Mohammad Rizwan. Rizwan struggling. He came out and struck it beautifully right from ball 1. Striking at 170. And this partnership shows you what the power of a partnership can do.
Watley didn't play the pitch because it appeared as if the first half of the batting performance was dominated, but it may just turn out to be ugly regarding the green of the pitch, and they were a little hesitant, circumspect. But Kamran Gulam with a 30-ball 50 has been just remarkably switched on. Jazz Van Pulse, who took the first duck in HBL PSL history. First duck. Who scored a first duck?
Do you take a duck or do you make a duck?
I mean, if it's a live duck, I'd probably take it.
You're a bit hungry this evening, eh? Excellent work from these 2 diminutive players. Short in stature, but this has been immeasurable, this partnership. Swung away again. He's found the gap. He's gone all the way, I think. I think that's another 6. Haris Rauf keeps getting that length right where Mohammad Rizwan wants it.
It's 9 and over now on a green pitch. 9 and over. Can Qalandars get those runs? I think that's the big query now. Length ball put away so well. He was absolutely dead ready for this.
And it's right in the place where he wants it to hit it, isn't it? You know, I'd question the tactics of the bowling. Why not go away from the arc of where they want to hit the ball? And they're both looking leg side. Take it away from them, out of their arc, wide hole, wide Yorkers, put the guy back and see what happens from there.
Agreed. And there you go, wide, slower ball, given wide. He'll have to go back and do it again. Billings doesn't like it. Neither does Rauf.
I mean, he's gone for plenty on a surface like this. 1 for 42 in 3.5. You're an experienced hand, quite used to bowling such junctures at the innings. He'd be disappointed, Rauf. Ball the length, went for 6. This is the slow ball off target. Reloading again to bowl it.
It's a line that Martin Guptill was talking about. A little wider. That one's wide, but it's been flat batted away. It's going to reach the boundary for 4. That is a magnificent innings. Mohammad Rizwan carries his bat. Bats through the innings, 76 from 48. Turned on the afterburners in the last 4 or 5 overs. Gulam kept him going, really. What a brilliant innings from him as well. 52 from 31 and 185 for 3 is the end target, or the end total. The target 186 is going to take some chasing, gentlemen.
Absolutely. An innings of 2 halves. First one, rather laboured one, laborious. Last inning was 115 runs. So this is a tremendous comeback by Multan Sultans. You're always looking for such recall moments, such good moments in the dugout when you go out to field. And I'm sure this will give them a lot of high and serious hope of dismantling Qalandars at home.
Absolutely. As we take a look at this last boundary here, I think the line was right, the length completely wrong. Mohammad Rizwan's favourite area is through the offside off the back foot. I think a lot of credit to this partnership can go to Curran Gulam. Took a lot of pressure off Mohammad Rizwan, who was then able to find the afterburners himself towards the end.
Last 3 overs cost 49 runs. They were 70 for 2 after 10. 115 in the last 10, so the second half was far superior to the first, but it was laid, the foundation for that was laid by Rizwan. Yasir and Usman all played their part in making sure that Multan Sultans were not 4 or 5 down by the time they got to the halfway point. Then Gulam joined Rizwan, and the partnership of 115 from 62 was absolutely sensational. Here's a look at that in its fullest. 30 from 29, a good steady start from Yasir and Rizwan when the threat was at its highest. Usman then kept things going along okay. Hope came and played a couple of nice cover drives before he was knocked over quite superbly by Tom Curran. But Gulam and Rizwan will take all the plaudits.
Now, Qalandars would be just a touch disappointed after winning the toss. Afridi wanting better results. 185 for the loss of 3 is a seriously good score. Shaheen, none for 25. Curran, 1 for 24. 1 for 46 for Rauf.
Right, let's head outside to Zainab Abbas.
A brilliant 50 then by Kamran Gulam. Kamran, बहुत आपको मुबारक हो 50 पे. Conditions इतनी आसान नहीं थी, लेकिन आपकी partnership with Rizwan was extremely crucial. तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं कि क्या discussion हुई जब Rizwan भी आपके साथ बैटिंग कर रहे थे.
जी बिल्कुल, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, थैंक यू. बिल्कुल, जब मैं विकेट पे आया तो रिजी भाई मुझे कह रहे थे विकेट इतना आसान नहीं है और विकेट लग भी इतना आसान नहीं रहा. तो बस यही था माइंड में. रिजी भाई ने भी यही बोला कि आपने पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड करना है, तो मेरा माइंड भी यही था, पार्टनरशिप को बिल्ड किया. तो उसके बाद रंजा आसानी से आए.
अच्छा, जब आप कहते हैं कि विकेट आसान नहीं था, तो किस एस्पेक्ट से आसान नहीं था? मतलब कि मुश्किल से फंस रहा था बॉल, थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करें व्यूअर्स.
जी बिल्कुल, जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं विकेट में काफ़ी ज़्यादा घास है. मेरे ख्याल से फर्स्ट टाइम इस तरह विकेट देख रहा हूँ T20 के लिहाज से. काफ़ी ज़्यादा घास है, तो उस हिसाब से विकेट पे स्टार्ट में बॉल भी थोड़ा बल्ले पे सही नहीं आ रहा था, और मेरे ख्याल से फास्ट बॉलर को ज़्यादा सूट करता है.
अच्छा, ओवरऑल बताएं, मुल्तान सुल्तान जो है जिस तरह से टूर्नामेंट में शुरुआत की, एक ही मैच जीता है, तो किस तरह से एज ए लीडर रिजवान ने आप लोगों को सबको इकट्ठा किया है कि कैसे आगे जाना है?
जी बिल्कुल, काफ़ी अच्छा चल रहा है सब कुछ. अगर आप स्टार्ट से मैचेस देख ले, हमारा पहला मैच जिस तरह का 240 रन हमने किया वो चेस हुआ, और उसके बाद भी ओवरऑल मेरे ख्याल से काफ़ी अच्छा सब कुछ जा रहा है. बट मेरे ख्याल से कुछ चीज़ें हमारी लक हमारे फेवर में नहीं जा रहा, तो उस वजह से मेरे ख्याल से मैचेस यूज़ कर रहे हैं.
टोटल के बारे में क्या ख्याल है?
बिल्कुल, जैसे हमने डिसाइड किया था 180 पार स्कोर था, मेरे ख्याल से 185 हो गया, तो माशाल्लाह काफ़ी अच्छा टोटल.
Chale, thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Kamran Gulam, just talking about the fact that they're not the easiest conditions to bat on. The ball was doing a bit in the power play, but he spoke to Mohammad Rizwan, who told him to just keep his eye in and just spend some time at the crease, which is exactly what he did. He feels confident about the total and feels that it's something that they are overall positive about.
Thank you, Queen Z. So the Qalandars have the whip hand over Multan when it comes to finals. In the group stages, Multan Sultans are doing the business over the Qalandars. The target is 186. In a sultry evening here in Lahore, we've got some heat coming for you on the other side. Stick with us.
Well, there it is, 185 for 3. They did really well after, frankly, losing ground, I'd say, in the first 10, though retaining wickets, which was the key. They exploded out of the box, particularly in the last 4 or 5. Mohammad Rizwan finishing with a brilliant 48 balls 76. And Gulam, by the way, should be mentioned, that 52 from 31 was the accelerator pedal that really got the innings going. They didn't even have to turn to Iftikhar or Bracewell. So we're going to head outstairs now to Zainab.
Well, 186 is the target, and I've got Martin Guptill next to me. Guppy, the way Multan Sultans started, I think they'd be pretty happy with that finish.
Oh, 100%. Whenever you've got 180 plus on the board in a T20 game, you're well in the game. I think early on it was a little bit difficult. The pitch seemed like it was a little bit too paced. We saw some balls flying through to the keeper, and then also the slower balls sort of staying a little bit lower. So they did extremely well that last 10 overs of the innings, 115. I mean, an extremely good effort from them.
Well, you spoke about slower balls. There's one guy who can bowl them really well, Tom Curran. He really knows how to use that ball really well. And, I mean, is that the way to go in these conditions? I mean, where do you bowl as a bowler?
Well, not sure. I'm a batter, so I'm not really sure.
But you saw the game, so you can talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tom Curran, we know he's got a lot of different slow balls. He's got back of the hand, he's got cutters, licorice, all sorts really is what we say back home in New Zealand. We see there the back of the hand stuff. Difficult to pick up. You know, the ball goes a little bit above your eye, drops on you as a batter, and you've got to make sure that you're not getting out too far in front of yourself. And we saw here a couple of balls swinging early on for him. Guys throwing the bat through the ball too early, and we see this one here. The ball just coming back in off the seam to Shai Hope and taking the top of the leg stump. And you can see the difference here. On the left we have the normal ball, and on the right we have the back of the hand slower ball. There's a couple of different cues you pick up as a batter when you're out in the middle, but you still got to try and play the correct shot and be in the right position to be able to hit the ball.
Well, those cues are extremely important because obviously in tough conditions, you can go by the innings that Kamran Gulam played right towards the end. I mean, he was talking about the fact that it really was not easy at the top. But, of course, Rizwan said to him that you need to get your eye in. I mean, is that the way to go as a batter then? We can speak about that because that's an expertise that you're well aware of.
Well, I guess it being an opening batter, you get that little bit of leeway of taking a few extra balls. But I think the way that Kamran Gulam played, I mean, he took a lot of pressure off Mohammad Rizwan out in the middle and just let Rizzy do what he does best. And he was able to get in there, hit the ball nicely from early on. He used his feet well, hit with a lot of power, and just took that impetus into the innings that they actually needed, and it rubbed off on Mohammad Rizwan as well, who then was able to free his arms towards the end of the innings.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the case. You know, you need to build a partnership and build an innings. Let's talk about Lahore Qalandars opening up. You've got somebody like Fakhar Zaman right at the top. And, whenever Lahore has won, he's been somebody who's been at the forefront of scoring. So important for him to be really clicking for Lahore.
I think he is key to this chase. We know he's got an ODI double century. There's not many people in the world that have those. And if he can get himself in, get going, and make sure that he controls the innings all the way through, I think the Lahore Qalandars will win the game.
And perhaps they need to show a little bit more faith in Sikandar Raza as well, because we've seen him batting down the order. Shaheen went up. I mean, he's got all the experience in the world.
Absolutely, and he's in great form too. So he's done it over a number of years now. He's become a very, very good T20 player. So the longer he can bat, the more balls he can get to face. I think that can only be good for the Lahore Qalandars.
All right, I think the umpires have already come out, and there's a bit of a huddle going on for Multan Sultans as well. Remember, it's an important game for Multan Sultans because they've only won one game so far in the HBL PSL. Also important for Lahore because they've won 2 out of the 5. What I can tell you is that it's going to be a cracker of a game. It's back to you guys in the commentary box.
Thanks, Zainab. Very good from Martin as well.
अगर हम डीले रहे तो 180 कुछ नहीं है. Okay guys, no one can just जब तक कोर्ट फिनिश पे नहीं आएगा कि win इंशाल्लाह, no one can easy. कोई भी नहीं. On the toss everyone, okay? Anything you want?
Boys, I think we're saying that we use our skills as a team. It's very difficult. Let's make sure we be aggressive. It's obviously something in the wicket, so let's have some shots and fucking how aggressive.
Yeah, perfect. Come on then.
Okay, so words of authority from Mohammad Rizwan and then backed up by Michael Bracewell. I think we've got Bracewell on Spider. Yeah, we have. Mike, how are you? What did you tell him? Can you hear me or not?
We just talked about trying to use the conditions here. They obviously bowled really well at the top and use the green surface, so we're looking to do the same. Obviously, looked a bit easier at the back end to score a few runs, so hopefully we can take a few wickets early.
Struggling to pick you up myself, but did it work as a tactic specifically there to try not to lose wickets in the power play and have a build for an onslaught later?
Yeah, I think we saw that it was very green early, so we wanted to make sure that the last couple of games here, wickets have fell early, so we wanted to make sure that we set that foundation, and then the way that those guys finished off was brilliant.
Would you have settled for this total if you'd been offered it? In other words, do you think you're a bit above par?
Oh, look, we'll have to wait and see. I think the scores have been very high in this tournament, so yeah, hopefully we can take a couple of wickets early, and it's always got to be enough.
Not so high on this ground, though. Okay, go win it.
Thank you. Cheers.
So 186 needed from their 20 overs. Fakhar Zaman always a key figure. But will he play explosively to start with, or will he let the game come to him a bit and get the feel of the pitch? The longer he's in, the more the opposition fear the prospect of him taking you apart. Ahmed Naeem is inside tonight. A couple of changes. They really haven't got the top of the order right. Opening with Fakhar, they haven't sorted it. So Ahmed Naeem gets the go here. Ahmed Naeem will bowl with the new ball with a slip and a short third man, then one back behind square on the offside, then three in the ring on the offside, and the other one back is at deep back for square leg. So nobody on the boundaries in front of square. Bazard is with me, and Lisa as well, as we look at the first 5 overs of this run chase. And I think tactically it's extremely interesting as we get ready to go now. Fakhar's into his stance, that familiar stance. He lifts his bat and he waits now, ready, bends those knees, and there's solid defence to start with.
Yeah, the matchup with Hasnain will be the ball swinging back into his pads. That's why he's been given the new ball. You get it just to shape enough and try and target that front pad. Now, you talked about how Multan Sultans built their innings, batted through the top half, and then with wickets in hand were able to get that scoreboard moving. Now Lahore Qalandars will bat differently. Fakhar normally is so quick out of the blocks.
You just can't imagine that he wants to play any differently. I mean, I think the answer is that if he sees the ball to hit, he hits the ball. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think it's been working for him so well in this HBL PSL. And then when you add Tom Curran and what Sikandar Raza has been doing for them as well in the last few matches with half centuries, they bat deep. That's a huge advantage that they have probably compared to Multan Sultans. So they can afford to go a little bit earlier, and if they can win that first phase, then they go ahead of what Multans were able to post in the first 10 overs.
Well, immediately a really interesting field change. Nobody back now on the offside, even though there are 6 fielders there, 2 back on the leg side. That's really well bowled. That's a great line. Bouncy as well.
The one little hole that Multan Sultans can target is Naeem. Naeem hasn't had a great HBL PSL. Previous game it was Asif Ali who was made to open the innings. So the problem up top for Lahore Qalandars with the openers starts off 8, 10, 7, 11.
Two slips in place, so they've seen a little bit of movement away from the right-hander here. Oh. Absolutely whistled away, that did. Jeepers. Oh, what about that? Just a waft of the bat, really.
When you you've got 140 plus kilometres an hour coming down at you and there's a little bit of width, why not throw your hands at it? Because of so many fielders behind square, just hope you get enough of the bat onto it, and that's exactly what happened. Nicely caught in the deep.
That is a lesson in not giving good players width. Thrive on it more than anything else, I reckon. Much better line. I like Mohamed Hasnain, that little jump at the crease, a bit like Imran Khan had, and a nice full completed body action. Really got a bit of talent. But of course, bowling in this competition, you're on a hiding to nothing some days, particularly on the flat decks, with batsmen in form and the bats nowadays, and the ambition of all the batsmen is so extreme and punishing if they pull it off. End of the first over, 7 on the board. Arm over the wicket. He'll be hoping to get the ball and move. I mean, we saw 2 nights ago, we saw Luke Wood bowl brilliantly with the new ball. We've seen it swing here in the early phases. Get it to swing, you make it, maybe get that slip into play. Similar field, square leg is back, and so too third man for Fakhar Zaman, as they started with in the last over. That's a lovely delivery. There you have it. Bang on. Just keep it there.
Yeah, so important for Multan Sultans in this Pepsi power play to get wickets up front. And also the fact that they've put all their hopes in fast bowling. Lovely seam position. Off the surface, just goes away perfect. But remember that now have 4 fast bowlers. And they've dropped their quality spinner Osama for this game, so they're banking on the fast bowlers to make inroads.
That first delivery that he bowled, and it's a little bit like what Ramiz Raja said in the pitch report. Good test line and length. Whilst the ball is brand new, the shine is on, you don't need to mix it up too much. There's enough in the pitch just to give you that little variation. And they are getting that lift as well from the new ball.
That's a beautiful shot. Whoa. Knows exactly where the field is. Waits for the top of the bounce and picks his spot. The best of Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah, length is key. This one's slightly shorter. It might be shape, but that is too short. Fakhar Zaman has banked that in front of square, so he's in form and he's picking up length quickly.
There you have it, the famous BYD, the Seal. They're leading the world in new energy vehicles, and BYD's giving away that BYD Seal as a prize to the player of the tournament, so stay tuned. That is just terrific. Oh, I think this is a hard game to call. We've had 10 balls of it, 12 are on the board. The Target's 186 to win. Have Multan Sultans got the attack to defend? Have they got the variety? Have they got the skill? Oh, that's out. That's complete mistime. Just chipped straight to mid-off. Lovely. Naeem the man who goes, but it's a perfect breakthrough. It's just what the bowling side need here, defending a total of 186.
Well, Mohammad Naeem just has not been able to get going this entire HBL PSL. Has gone every time in single figures and does so again tonight. Was dropped the previous game. They decided to bring him back this match. He doesn't last long. He goes for 6. It's 12 for 1.
Shafiq has made his way out to the middle. He can play this guy. A lot of us in the commentary box think he should open and the others should all move up one in the order. I guess that's something they might look at, is they're not solving the problem of who should share the opening spot with Fakhar Zaman at the moment. Naeem had no control of the back there at all. Turned over in his hands, and as Lisa pointed out, he's had no sort of a tournament. It's going to be very hard to retain him in the team. Anyway, back to the present. Okay, 2 gone, 12 for 1.
Trying to thump it down the ground. No timing, no bat swing, almost playing across a straight delivery. And just popped it up to mid-off.
Yeah, it's a good example for me of why even the T20 game, the short form of cricket, needs the foundation of technique learned from the longer game. He had no shape there, completely collapse his left arm. There was no sign of the left elbow. There was no sign of the blade coming through the line of the ball. Us seeing the maker's name. It was really just a flip of the wrists in hope as much as anything else. Well, we certainly saw the brilliance of the end of the innings today. 49 came off the last 3 overs with an absolutely superb performance, in fairness to him, from Mohammad Rizwan. He took his time to get going and people were wondering if he'd left it too late. He got great support from Cameron Gulam, who actually was the first to press the accelerator pedal. But 49 off the last 3, that's game-changing potentially. Time for a look at the J. Super Over, where the contestant tries to hit the stumps. That's always been the idea in cricket, still is. At any pace to win the money. From that close, you'd be disappointed to miss.
Then first delivery 141, second delivery 143, and it's just getting a little bit of shape now. Might just be a problem for Abdullah Shafiq.
Again, I mean, it does look, I mean, it's easy from here to make assumptions because Fakhar Zaman will probably now plant one into the crowd, but it does look as if they're giving due diligence to the new ball in the way that the Multan Sultans did earlier, as if they're not going to surrender wickets in the power play, which was certainly the fault of the batting sides in the games the last two nights. Talking about Mohamed Hasnain and his well-balanced approach, lovely even stride pattern to the crease, never overstretching. Good powerful release and follow through, getting through his action, finishing with his left arm high. And plenty of pace coming from him, above the 140 mark.
And because of his extra pace, he's been given opportunities around the world, played in the Big Bash for Sydney Thunder, just a couple of games. Australians don't mind a bit of pace.
Well, it's all very careful and organised and quite sedate at present. 15 for 1. Lovely views of this revamped stadium, a famous stadium, perhaps in many ways most famous for the 1996 World Cup final when Sri Lanka beat Australia. It looks very different from that day for sure. Still get the dew in the evenings. We'll see whether that affects the ball tonight, whether it helps the batsman by the ball sliding onto the bat more, whether it gets in the way of the bowlers who find the ball hard to grip or not. There didn't seem to be great problems for the bowlers last night. One of the great views too from Spider Cam. Down he comes, it's all right, I think it's safe, there's no stopping it, it'll skip on and over the rope. He's not one to let a bowler lie easy.
He's had enough of the sedate batting. Off the bat, but he's going at the ball, so he's always going to carry over the top of the infield. The outfield, well, it wasn't tested there, but it is a quick outfield.
What does Josh Little do now? Oh, jeepers. Well bowled, what a response. For a minute I thought he got glove on that. It seemed to almost divert a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Watch the seam. As it pitches and goes past the helmet, the seam goes bolt upright and then it swings. In another one. Don't worry. BT will put it in. Just look at this. And swing.
Another swing and a miss, a couple of them. Good bowling from a very courageous Josh Little here, experienced with Ireland, of course. Hanif Mohammed cap to be given to the highest run scorer in the tournament, and the Fazal Mahmood cap given to the highest wicket taker. And They both get their homers powered by indirect solar energy, subject to terms and conditions. There you have it. Gentle breeze and the night air here, still very hot. Days threatened in the forecast to be even hotter next week, into the early mid-40s. Oh, wow. Oh, someone better catch that. Someone was way back. That's a staggering strike.
Yeah, he missed a couple, but this was third time lucky. He just walks down, walks towards the delivery. Went slightly offside to get closer. And just dragged it to the leg side, to his side.
I misjudged actually. I actually had some kind of mirage there because I thought I saw a ball flying into the crowd. Still, he hit it very hard and flat and gets 4 for it. Replays, I reckon, in that over. 23 for 1. Got the attack to hold them off. Not much in it, frankly. Obeyed into the attack. Perfection in the stroke and matched by the fielding. Not a single run from it.
Becha has had a good HBL PSL, and we know him being into the pitch, short of a length. That's where he bowls best. And with that deep square leg out, if he does go short, Abdullah Shafiq is not shy of having a little pull, having a little hook as well. So this should be a matchup.
Crowd selfie with 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 smartphones. Oh, look happy, yes, look happy. That's it. Now they're all right. Going to clear the fielders, yeah. And it's very hard to drag it back, but he manages it because Michael Bracewell, they get a couple. So the first signs of expansion here.
Yeah, and you've seen that every time Lahore Qalandars is coming at the bowlers. They're trying to upset the length. Yes, they're not really getting it out of the middle of the bat just yet. They're positive signs because they're hoping for potentially the next delivery, maybe a bit short, and being able to put that one away.
Little subtle changes to the field. The field has been moved just 2 or 3 yards to the left or right, everywhere from bowler and captain. The bouncer, the top edge, the boundary.
Actually whites, 4 of them, or 5 in fact. Just too much in the end. So the subtle movement of third going finer gave you an indication something short was coming. But this was too short.
Yeah, quick again. 144 clicks into the pitch. He's got extra bounce. That is his length. He's that type of bowler who tries and hits the deck hard. And he will attack you with back of a length and the bouncer.
Very much a family thing for the Shah family. His brothers Naseem and Hunain play for Islamabad. He played in the Under-19 World Cup last year. So just a boy, really, with pace, with wheels, as they say. And he's taken 7 wickets for Multan so far this season.
Yeah, interviewed his older brother Naseem Shah, and he said they had a little moment in the HBL PSL because his father stopped him from playing. He wanted him to follow a profession and spend time at university, but he fought hard to play cricket.
More good fielding that. Gracewell making quite sure that he can scoop it back, even though, I mean, it's quite difficult because the ball pitches and kind of skids on in this hard and fast outfield.
Yeah, again into the pitch, short of a length, so Abdullah Shafiq not getting all of it. It's actually quite high up on the bat. Still almost goes for the boundary, but I reckon this is pretty decent bowling, smashing it into the pitch.
Where now, remember, there's still another over after this of the Pepsi power play. So they can only have 2 outside the ring. They're now going for square leg, just behind square, and a man at deep straight mid-wicket, sort of cow corner as some call it. Third man's come up, there's nobody back on the offside at all. So you could, if you're predicting back of a length stuff, you could back away and try to go over point, which was on his mind, I think. It's 32 for 1.
Well, the rate at the moment, just under 6.5 runs per over for Lahore. Required has gone up to 10.2. And that's because Multan Sultans put on an excellent show to reach 185 for 3. Rizwan was 76, batted all the way through the innings. 48 deliveries. Gulam applied the dynamite with 52 from 31. We've got a real game on our hands here. Seems as though a lot of shots have been played. 32 for 1 from 5.1.
Plenty of shots played, but there are a lot of swing and miss as well. It's not through lack of trying, that's for sure. But it seems that one of those wickets, it's not easy up front, but if you can get yourself in and going, as Mohammad Rizwan did in the first innings, you really can make hay while the sun shines at the back end. Pretty key partnership here. If Fakhar Zaman can keep going with it, keep going the way he is, put the few boundaries away and keep rotating the strike, but he can do that for most of the innings, Lahore should get home quite comfortably.
Oh, that has been smoked. Flat and long. What a strike from Fakhar.
What a strike indeed. Tried to do a similar thing in the previous game they played, giving himself room and swinging, getting out that time, but we see here, still he is on impact of the ball, that head. Even though he's given himself room, that back foot stays planted, gives himself a base to hit from. That's an incredible shot. Over backward point, putting the bowler under pressure early.
Such a
clean strike. My goodness me. Fast bowler's response. Might not get away with it. But he does. 𝐑𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, 24 years of age. Previous franchise team in the PSL, Islamabad United. This is my co-commentator, Martin Guptill. And his debut in ODIs in New Zealand, against New Zealand for Pakistan. Taking 7 wickets in 3 games. A coming man. Thacker giving himself a bit of room, missing out on a wide-ish half volley. Don't forget to look your best this HBL PSL. J. is rewarding the best dressed spectator at every game with a luxurious J. gift hamper. We're pleased about it, they are too. Owners and production team management enjoying the entertainment, as are 3/4 full Gaddafi Stadium. Short and swung away. It's another maximum. Thacker's in the mood.
Another lovely shot from Fakhar Zaman there. Multan been playing with the field a wee bit here. They had Dickman wicket out previous ball. Put third man back for this ball, and they've tried to double bluff Fakhar, but he was up to the task. One-handed shot in the end, and that sails over the boundary. He's looking in pretty ominous touch here, Fakhar Zaman. Lahore will be looking for him to bat the majority of this innings.
He's by some margin. Successful 6-hitter in PSL history. Just the 27 between him and Asif Ali. Qalandars both. And he'll keep the strike. Handy way to finish the Pepsi power play. 6 overs gone, 45 for 1. There's nothing pretty or orthodox about the way Fakhar Zaman plays, but it's mighty effective. Cleared that front leg and just swung hard. You have to make perfect contact when you swing as hard as that.
No, he's got a lot of power. Fakhar Zaman showing his power in that previous over. 2 almighty sixes. As you say, doesn't need to be pretty, just got to be effective. And he sure is effective tonight. 20 out of 21, he's made a great start. You can see this through. Lahore will be sitting pretty. I think they'll jump to second on the table. They can win this game.
Oh yeah, a long, long way to go. We saw a massive twist in a run chase yesterday. Picked him out. Wouldn't you just know it? Just as Fakhar was getting going, just as all eyes were thinking that the Qalandars would have this easy in the second half, Josh Little pops up and picks up Fakhar Zaman.
Once again, we see Fakhar Zaman clearing that front leg. And all he can do is just chip a pretty easy catch to Josh Little at cover. He's pretty successful at clearing that front leg and hitting a few boundaries. He's very disappointed with himself there, Fakhar Zaman. He departs with 20 out of 21. Lahore now 45 for 2.
Daryl Mitchell. A man who's been in some form for the Qalandars. He himself, Billings and Faka made the bulk of the runs for them so far. And the reason he's out there is because Faka's a man premeditated, I think, the length and line.
He certainly did there. I can see there, his front foot went further to the leg side than previously and wasn't able to have that same solid base. A little bit all over the show. His head wasn't over the ball as he was previously, and all he could do was just pick out cover. He was extremely disappointed with himself with that one.
Yeah, not the only one. They know how important Faka is to the Qalandars' cause. Nice shot from Shafiq. We were having this conversation off air as they scamper back for the second. In terms of the makeup, I mentioned that Daryl Mitchell managed to get through 4 overs for the Qalandars, and the reason was that they were a fast bowler short. Taking one for over 40, I think, and really you wouldn't want him bowling anywhere near the death, but that's what happened. But Qalandars could have left out Naeem and moved everybody up one and played another quick bowler in the 11.
Yeah, absolutely. Daryl loves to bowl. He doesn't get too many overs for New Zealand. You know, every now and then he'll get maybe 2 overs and occasionally bowl 4 overs, but you know, he's not your staple 4-over bowler. And he can do a job, and we've seen him do some great work here in the subcontinent before, but today bowling at the death with 2 guys in, it's always going to be a tough ask for him.
And now he's got to summon up all his powers of energy and technique, of which there are plenty, and make a match-winning contribution with the bat. Do bat deep, the Qalandars. Asif Ali due to come in next. Experiment with him at the top of the order was short-lived. Billings, Raza, Tom Curran, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Who knows, we might see Shaheen come in next. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Timing, technique and power all combined, and that's 50 for Lahore Qalandars.
Just an effortless shot here. He picked the length up beautifully there. Barely a flourish with the follow through. Just in a great position, full extension of the arms. No boundaries big enough for him when he is going.
Well, there's been plenty of 6s hit latterly in this game. KFC is offering higher education sponsorship for every single one. Sponsorship, scholarship, either way, good work from KFC. End of the 7th, 55 for 2. Slightly ahead of the rate, Lahore Qalandars at this stage. It was a slow start from Multan, remember. Just 70 or 2, I think they were. The first 10 overs. Accelerated beautifully at the back end, and that's what the Qalandars will be hoping that those men next in can provide, should they be required. Billings and Raza in particular have been in sparkling form. The raid has been impressive in the matches that I've seen. Multan Sultans, seriously talented family. He seems to have a pretty old head on young shoulders from what I've seen.
I just want to ask the question though. 3 boys, 3 quick bowlers. Why isn't one of them better? Surely the younger one, the 2 older boys. Look, I'll face you. You guys want to bowl? I'll bat.
Just think of all the practice you'd have had in the back garden. No arguments. just have that with my younger brother, where he'd insist on batting first, and then when it came to my turn to bat, he decided he didn't want to play anymore. PCB and HBL PSL in partnership with Exchange On, donating for humanity. 10,000 rupees for every 4, 20,000 for every 6. The world's first arbitrage crypto exchange.
Coming back to the brother chat, I'm younger by 3 years, my older brother, and I was quite a small child growing up, and I never got to throw any weight around or anything like that, so I was always having to bowl for an extended period of time until Dad got home and would let me bat.
Clearly put you off, didn't it?
No wonder I'm not a bowler.
The idea of doing that for a living was drilled out of you early on.
Makes my back hurt thinking about it.
Right, quiet over so far. Just the 2 singles from it. Oh, that's a quick short ball. And no look, top edge, 1 bounce, 4. Shafiq was lucky there.
Beautiful bounce of that from Ubaid Shah. Really well directed. Quick at the badge of the helmet. Shafiq was not in control of this. Oh, that's a bit more of self-preservation than anything. Just manages to help it over short fine leg. And fine leg was back. He got another wicket there, but 4 more to the Lahore Qalandars. They'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, they've got the one-man back at a backward square leg is very fine. So you've got the man on the right-hand side of your picture there, inside the circle. Hesitation, batters got in each other's way. And the Shai at the stumps is wide. I think he was struggling to get home there.
It's the last thing that Lahore Qalandars need now is a run out. Great piece of fielding from Ubaid Shah there. Batters ended up looking at each other, and that hasn't missed by much. He's found himself fair way short of that had hit.
Did it just reverse a bit at the end? The throw. To miss the stumps. Right now into this, there's plenty of noise out there, plenty of tension. Qalandars fans know just how important this encounter is. They want to get one back over on Multan Sultans, who beat them in the earlier match. Should get through for a single and do so comfortably. And it's an eventful over. 8 runs from it. 63 for 2. .123 from 72. That run rate required is hovering around just above 10 and over. And some brilliant innings in the first half of this game from Rizwan and Cameron Gulam. It'll require another one at least for the Qalandars to get home. First look at spin, Michael Bracewell. To Kiwi teammate Daryl Mitchell. And right now it is time to meet our HBL PSL Hamari hero, powered by Homage Appliances. Zainab, who have you got?
Thanks, Butch. I've got an international boxer, somebody who's represented Pakistan on an international level. Habibur Rahman मेरे साथ मौजूद है. Habib, इंटरनेशनली आपने पाकिस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट किया है. पहले तो थोड़ा सा व्यूअर्स को एजुकेट करें कि कहाँ पाकिस्तान को आप रिप्रेजेंट कर चुके हैं.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मेरा नाम हबीबुर रहमान है और बेसिकली एक प्रोफेशनल इंटरनेशनल बॉक्सर हूँ. मैं पाकिस्तान को मुख्तलिफ़ कंट्रियों में रिप्रेजेंट कर चुका हूँ. थाईलैंड, फ़िलिपाइन, अज़रबैजान, कज़ाकिस्तान और दुबई में.
अच्छा, ये जो शौक़ है बॉक्सिंग का, ये कहाँ से आया? मतलब अगर देखा जाए तो बहुत ही फिज़िकली चैलेंजिंग स्पोर्ट है.
देखिए, हमारा एक कोच है इरफान मसूद, जिनका 100+ गिनीज़ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड है. उनकी ट्रेनिंग हम देखते थे, उनकी वीडियो देखते थे, तो उनसे यही हमारा शौक़ पैदा हुआ है और इस बॉक्सिंग को हमने ज्वाइन किया था.
ऑलराइट, मुझे आपको ज़रा काटना पड़ेगा बिकॉज एक डिसीजन है. अब वापस आती हूँ आपके पास.
Interrupt the Hamari hero there. We've got an umpire review for a run out. Or is it for a catch at backward point? Promise you we'll let you know as soon as we find out.
I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Show me the angle for the catch, please.
It must be for the catch that we're looking at.
The ball is grounded. It's going into the hand. I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
Just as Zainab was getting into a flow down there. Rather unfortunate interruption. Back to you, Z.
ऑलराइट, सो हम हबीबुर रहमान से बात कर रहे थे. हबीब, आप अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बता रहे थे, कहाँ आपने रिप्रेजेंट किया. शौक के बारे में बता रहे थे, कैसे शौक पड़ा बॉक्सिंग का?
ये हमारा जो डेरा इस्माइल खान से हमारा ताल्लुक़ है, तो वहाँ पे बहुत कम क्लब है, लेकिन हमारे कोच जो इरफान मसूद है, वज़ीरिस्तान से उनका ताल्लुक़ है. तो उनको देख के, उनकी एकेडमी को, उनके जो गेम है उनको देख के मुझे शौक़ पैदा हुआ और उनके साथ ही मैंने ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट किया.
सबसे टफ ऑपोजिशन आपको कौन सी लगी?
देखिए, स्टार्ट में जब हमने लिया तो वो हमारा एक टफ टाइम था. जब हमने फ़ाइट की है फर्स्ट टाइम इंटरनेशनल पे अज़रबैजान में, तो वो भी मतलब 8 राउंड की मुश्तमिल थी. तो पाकिस्तान के लिए खेलना ये बहुत मुश्किल था, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पाकिस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट किया और पाकिस्तान को का नाम सर बुलंद किया है.
बड़ी आपकी अचीवमेंट्स हैं. आगे की क्या एस्पिरेशंस है, क्या एम्बिशंस हैं?
इंशाल्लाह मेरी कोशिश है कि मैं पाकिस्तान को इंटरनेशनल लेवल, वर्ल्ड लेवल पे रिप्रेजेंट करूं. जिस तरह के मुख्तलिफ शोबों में लोग पाकिस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, मेरी ख्वाहिश है कि मैं पाकिस्तान को वर्ल्ड लेवल पे बॉक्सिंग में रिप्रेजेंट करूं.
Thank you so much for your time, Habib, and I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
ये साइन कर दें.
Thank you, Z. Notice you didn't give him any cheek. The right hand that was clutching the microphone there looks like a mallet. Drop catch in the meantime. Yasir Khan, I think, was a little surprised at how much this ball carried to him. He seemed to overrun it.
Certainly charged it quite quickly, didn't he? It's gone straight through the hands. You say that's one that should have been taken.
Oh, it's good covering. Good covering from Hasnain. Could very easily have evaded them both. End of the night, 69-2. I want to be leaving early this evening. This is destined to go down to the wire. Two teams with proud records in HBL PSL. Extremely well supported, particularly the Qalandars here at home. Partnership now 24 from 19. Mitchell just taking his time to get in. Shafiq has had 2 near misses. The run out missed on 19. The drop catch on 20. Needs to make the most of his good fortune.
Yeah, and those are the days that you want to make the most of those drops, because they don't happen too often. You know, you sit back some days and go, why wasn't I dropped here or there? And days cut short.
J. Dot, official styling partner of HBL PSL. You catch that on the way in. On the way in this afternoon, they'd set up a little stall of all the J. Dot aftershaves and perfumes. I thought you were smelling quite sweet.
Well, thank you, Butch. I'll put it on for you.
Appreciate it. Oh, another good Yorker. That's excellent stuff from 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. Teams running almost neck and neck at this point. Oh, he's got that. He has got all of that. That has gone absolutely miles. High up into these brand new stands here at Gaddafi Stadium, and that brings plenty of delight.
He's been looking to get one away for quite some time now, Daryl Mitchell. Sits back, clears the front leg. He's got all of that. Surely that's 92 metres, a big hit there. Halfway up that stand there. It's further than 92 metres, I'd say, though, the pitch.
It was well caught. The only thing they're not giving away prizes for is catches in the crowd. Make a note of it. Goes offside this time, and that's beautifully timed. All class from Mitchell.
Lovely shot there, Darren Mitchell. Really uncomplicated, this one. Fixed his line here, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈�𝐿. Went across Daryl Mitchell with the right hand, and he's just dropped the bat on top of that. And these quick outfields here in Lahore, that just races away.
I wonder what the balance between deliveries struck for boundaries square of the wicket as opposed to straight down the ground. Just feel perhaps that the length from both sides at times has been a little bit on the short side on this surface. Mitchell gets himself off a run. 9 runs from those last 3 deliveries of the 10th over. Lahore edge ahead, 80 for 2 from 10.
Game is on, 106 from 60 balls. Can be done, wickets in hand. Partnership of 35 of 24. Look for a bit of rhythm, you look for a bit of common sense. And I think the pitch demanded batters to be out there for a little bit of time before they cut loose. And I think both Mitchell and Shafiq have been there for enough deliveries to now cut loose. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Ramiz. Hello, everyone. It's a good crowd in here, and I think this one is going to go down to the wire. You just get a sense, don't you? It's one of those totals where two teams will keep going at each other.
At each other. Talking of at each other, this is a 96. Played it with the spin. Abdullah Shafiq is a class act. And he's been classical in style on a surface that demands you to be classical.
He's getting back to the form that he showed us at the start of the HBL PSL. 66 off 38, then 37 off 21. He's been a little bit quiet the last few games, which isn't like him. Lahore Qalandars to do well, you know that his name is up in lights. And at the moment, he's doing exactly that.
Oh, that's gone through cover for 4. This is excellent batting. Top quality shot making from Abdullah Shafiq. A cracking 6 over mid-wicket, and then a beautiful cover drive.
And there's the slight change from Michael Bracewell, knowing he can't go at the stump, so let me go wide. Wide and a little bit slowish. But hands were good enough. Transfer of weight and slapping it in front of cover.
Last 10 balls, 22 runs. Throw is at the non-strikers, an easy single taken. Bigotel Bhangra Camp, the moves and the bodies and the joy and bit of madness. That's good cricket, good batting. It's a big over. And they've got this under control. 93 from 54 balls. It's going to be a real good chase now. We wait for the signal. We'll probably get a pause here. Yeah, it's Tapalti strategic timeout. little pause for Multan Sultans. I think they needed this pause to get back on track, because the last 10 or 12 balls, there have been 24 runs conceded by them. Shafiq now on a smooth 34. Yeah, I mean, he bats beautifully. When he's on song, then it's like he's batting in slow motion. Plenty of time to see the ball and hit it. And he's kind of original openers or top order batsmen playing T20 cricket, and there's always room for such a talent. Ubaid, 2 overs, none for 17. You got to do that variation in pace. Earlier had shied the stumps. I think it was Abdullah Shafiq would have been out had that ball hit the stumps on the full.
Well, this little timeout gives the coaches a chance just to come in and have a chat and go, okay, 4 bowlers have been bowling well. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒, I think that's a concern. So who are they going to bring in for him? So they've got to search for that 6 bowling option. Ideally bring him in as soon as possible. Ubaid Shah is certainly a key to the success of Multan Sultans. He's been the leading wicket taker for the team.
Oh, very close to an outside edge, and yes, the finger has gone up, so the cut behind Ubaid has broken through it. So Shafiq, who after the break probably didn't have his focus back on the job. And what a mighty good breakthrough this is. A young fast bowler with a lot of promise.
Yeah, so much promise, and a well-timed break, I would say, from the Multan Sultans, because this partnership was blooming at 49 for 32. And we always see, doesn't matter around the world, sometimes just a break in play, loss of concentration, a chance for the bowlers to get back into the game, and they do so by extracting the edge from Abdullah Shafiq, who departs for 34. Lahore Qalandars 94 for 3.
He's a beautiful player. And Billings, natural instinctive striker of the ball. Good numbers, strike rate of 141. They need to go at 10.82, so if he gets cracking, they could be home. 92 from 51 balls. Abdullah Shafiq just a little bit casual after the break. Chased a wide one, big ultra edge. Big edge gone. Safely pouched by the keeper, and they knew the importance of a Shafiq scalp. Really was batting beautifully.
And shaking his head, hasn't even taken his helmet off. He's chastising himself, isn't he, there? Well, this is an opportunity for Lahore Qalandars to kind of show their depth, isn't it? Say, okay, yeah, Abdullah Shafiq has been scoring with the bulk of our runs, so has Fakhar Zaman. But hey, we've got our internationals out in the middle, Daryl Mitchell, Sam Billings, and then Sikandar Raza is sitting in the second row there, just waiting. They're all great strikers, can all chase down this total if they build the partnership.
There's always a moment of Tapalti. It's the most popular brand here in Pakistan, tea brand. And that's become a popular corner for tea drinkers. Gone up in the air and taken at deep backward square leg. It's bad once again, who's showcasing his talent in terms of taking wickets, and Sam Billings really didn't give himself a lot of chance there. He just walked in, 2 deliveries, and he's gone.
I spoke about Sam Billings being a clean striker, and when you are that, you feel that you can hit any delivery straight out of the middle of the bat. He did make good contact, but not enough. Substitute fielder, Amir, takes the catch, and Billings goes without scoring. Double wicket in the Badshah's over. It's 95 for 4.
Sikandar Raza is weighing the field. He's a street smart player. He'll probably play the situation. And he's got to survive this fast bowling burst first from Multan Sultans. 4 down for 95. I think bouncer is definitely in play on a surface like this. Green surface with a little bit of variation in bounce, and easily taken by the sub. Billings had just come in, couldn't really hit it off the middle. The bat with a couple of strikes, important strikes, jolting the middle order.
Yeah, it's just amazing after that strategic timeout. 2 wickets and 2 runs. Yeah, so Sultan, we're just fighting back in the perfect way. And just see the Worms ahead and bang, those 2 wickets, and dramatically everything flattens. Momentum shift happened in that last over. Now it's up to Lahore Qalandars if they can regain it.
That's well fielded in the end. So you need wickets. If you are to go at 11.61, you need wickets and partnership. Jazz Fan Pulse winner. Super Delhi winners, we have Suna Jat and Usman Khan. Not the keeper, it's a different Usman Khan.
Problem now, anytime they get under 10 runs and over, you watch that required run rate jump up dramatically.
Goes big, all the way for 6. That is such a good shot. Good power base. earning him a 60s. Excellent pair of spin bowling. 100 comes up for Lahore Qalandars. Still long way to go. 82 from 44 balls.
This is a man who is very confident and he's picking up the length really easily. That was just a free hit really for him, just sat up.
Goes big over cover. This is excellent batting. He's targeting the vacant areas. The 6 was with the spin of a half tracker. This was slapped over cover.
This is off the back of 50 not out off 27, 52 off 37. 3 sixes in each of those innings. He's got a point to prove almost.
Wide ball, will have to reload. He's the form player as well. Got a great 50 in the last game for Qalandars. Oh, missed a sitter. It was a full toss. Missed it completely. 109 for 4.
Trying to help. Yeah, low full toss. Maybe he was trying to be a little bit too inventive that time. Trying to kind of carve it over cover. Yep, missed opportunity. We agree.
It's not a tough equation in T20 terms, 77 from 42 balls, but 4 wickets have gone down and the pitch is played a bit crazy at times. Ball kept lows, reared off the length. Daryl Mitchell then becomes a key player. He's got experience, he's got 21 of 19. Just got to go right till the end. Make sure that he's out there till the 20th. Carefully played for a run. Oh, in fact, 2. That's excellent running from Sikandar Raza. Stole the second one, actually.
Yeah, and this is where communication between the two are going to be really crucial. Where are the twos, where are the singles, but also which bowler do you want to tackle and which bowler do I want to tackle? Let's be strategically smart about this, because you can't just keep going hard at everyone. You don't need to.
Leave the spinner to Sikandar Raza, pace to Daryl Mitchell. I think that's got to work, I think, for Qalandars. Oh, sweetly played. Great shot in the end. It's gone all the way for 6. Magnificent improvisation. Got into position early and just a tap over the infield.
Yeah, and the added bonus is a 6 early on in the over. Boy, that causes a lot more headaches for that man on screen, Mohammad Rizwan. Early position. You can see now, for young boys and girls, when you play that lap over, you get front on. So you can go either the offside or the leg side, depending on where the ball goes or pitches.
It is for a reason called a ramp shot, because he had created that ramp to hit it over the keeper's head. PCB Talent Hunt program, your chance to join the Pakistan cricket team, show your skills, live your dream. Hurry up. Registrations closing soon. There's a chalk and cheese difference when he plays spin versus when he plays fast bowling. Not the same player now against pace. A couple of times He's been hit on the helmet, and so his confidence is just a little bit shaky when it comes to facing express pace. And Arslan can be quick. In the meantime, Multan Sultans will have to field well. Take the catches, make sure that they exert pressure by fielding well.
But they're also coming into a stage of the match where their bowlers haven't necessarily been able to reduce the amount of runs being hit off them. They've leaked so many boundaries. That's what has caused them a lot of issues, and that's why they're at the bottom of the table as well.
Look for Yorkers, keep it simple. I think they've been trying too many variations, slow balls, different lengths. Hasn't worked. Yeah, beautifully played. There's a fielder there for that square drive, which is played twice now in this over. At the end of the 14th, 120 for 4. It's going to get very interesting, this little passage, the end phase. We saw Rizwan and his partner Gulam absolutely break free, cut loose. And the situation is pretty similar. Mitchell is batted well for his 31, well settled. Raza 12 from 7. Josh Little coming on to bowl, left arm angle. Oh, that's gone fine away from the infielder. That's not a great start. That's not a bright start. But Daryl Mitchell will absolutely accept it gleefully.
I get a sense at the moment there is actually the pressure has been shifted on Multan Sultan bowlers. Because they've got to back up now Ubaid Shah's 2 for 2 straight after the strategic timeout, and they're just not executing. That is a very simple gift.
And certainly you'll start recalling the bad moments because there's nothing to take strength from. The last part of the bowling effort has been pretty pedestrian. I'm sure Qalandars will be looking to just let them know. Jazz Cash, recharge. So keep on recharging Jazz Cash. You can earn this electric SUV. Slower in pace. It's good thinking. A little early into that pull shot.
I wonder if Josh Little has spoken to his sister Louise. She played here not that long ago for Ireland in the ICC Women's Qualifiers. Picked up 5 for 28 against Thailand. And whilst they didn't get to watch each other in that sense, no doubt conversations would be happening, and maybe he's picking up a little bit about what the surface is like as well.
Yeah, it's given a wide. It's close thing. Absolutely close, but it's a good ball to bowl to Sikandar Raza.
Now I wonder what the conversation is. All right, there's a wide, so nothing's going to be short. Okay, it's going to come full. Where are we targeting? So mid-on has now come back. Fine and third are up.
Oh, that's gone all the way. That's such a good pickup shot for 6, I think. beautifully helped by Raza. That line is just no good from Josh Little. He's got to do better than that. Maybe a slow delivery. There's fine and third, both in the circle. So why would you bowl a full pace on delivery?
Yeah, strange decision, but it's Lahore Qalandars 50th 6 in this edition of the HBL PSL. They're the first team to do it, and you get a sense that they're not done yet. A few more sixes still left within this batting order.
Long off! Rizwan not tall enough. That's clubbed for 6. This is gorgeous batting. This really is playing the situation, playing the lines. First 6 over square leg. This one hit hard down the ground for 6. Over long off.
And playing the bowler as well. Josh Little has found it hard in this HBL PSL. None for 24 off 2 overs his last outing. And 18 off this over so far, still with 1 to go. Can he get a third 6 in a row? That'd be a huge advantage for Lahore Qalandars.
That's a block, a dot. 48 now from 30 balls. Last 5 overs will be in progress. 138 for 4.
Josh Little really should set up the match for the Lahore Qalandars here now. They're strong favourites, 48 from 30 balls, 6 wickets in hand, and 2 guys seeing it big. Daryl Mitchell's got the temperament to see this through. Sikandar Raza's got the game to finish it quickly. Field is spread far and wide. Even the guys in the circle are now on the edge of the circle. Javed will bowl to Daryl Mitchell here with 3 up on the single, are all behind, you know, alongside the wicketkeeper, behind square. Everybody else is on the fence except for extra cover. So there's plenty of 1s and 2s around, particularly with the pace of this pair.
Yeah, it is a real test for Multan Sultans. The bowling has been the issue throughout this HBL PSL 10. Especially in the final 5 overs. They've conceded plenty. So the problem now for Rizwan is who to go at and who to go with. This season they've gone at 13.8 in the final 5 overs. Multan Sultans.
That might be out. No, not quite. I don't think Bracewell judged it that well, actually. He just steadied himself, maybe a pace too early.
I'll tell you one thing, had he got there, he has massive hands. Mitchell's heart would have been in his mouth there. He knew he didn't get it. Bracewell just seemed to hesitate as he was making his way to his right. And that cost him the despair.
You're spot on. The other reason Mitchell would have had his heart in his mouth is he knows how good Bracewell is. Like, he can catch him. So a bullet dodged. Partnership between this pair. It's been a delight, actually, full of excitement, and the suggestion of the fall of the wicket simply brought Sikandar Raza out into the middle and into life, as if he'd flowered almost before he'd taken guard. 24 off 11 balls he's made. Striking at 218, cracking. Mitchell's going well, striking at 153, 43 from 28 balls. And there's been no answer to them. Short, full, outside off stump. I've tried a lot. That's the ball though. That's the one to stick to.
Yeah, 41 of 26. You'll take that. Last 4 overs, 10 and over. In a T20 game, you'll take that. What Multan Sultans want is one more wicket. We've got Shaheen after that. And Rizwan, well, his options are laid out in front of him, really, in terms of the bowling resources he has. Hasnain has done little, has one. Ubaid has one. He's been sensational once again. Bracewell has one. And Akif will have to bowl out as well.
Last ball of the 16th. Okay, so 4 overs remain, 39 are needed. It's 147 for 4. Stadium, it's had a superb rebound. It really does. The picture has a high capacity, I think 35,000 is the capacity now. And it looks great. Outfield is perfect. The pitches, the whole wicket block actually, the whole set of pitches out there look terrific. The growth of the grass is good. It really is a lesson to many other places. 39 needed from 24. Josh Little continuing, options diminishing, time running out. Mitchell with that open stance, left side cleared. That's the place to bowl at him. Full and a touch wide of off stump.
Fans enjoying the match with Pakistan's own tea brand. Some garam chai in the Tapal Tea Lounge.
Whoa, that's a big hit. I say, what about that over the side screen? Launched into it, almost like an acrobat.
Well, they've been keeping Sikandar Raza wrapped up for the back end, coming in at number 7. You've heard the call to bring him up the order, to get him involved in the game earlier on so he can make an impact. What impact that was! Right out of the middle. One bounce on the concrete out here. Yeah, take a deep breath, because this is coming at you thick and fast, Multan Sultans.
The contortion of the body there was superb. The athleticism and the timing, the eye, the hand-eye. Look at that there, the wrists fizz through the ball. He doesn't get hold of it at all, but it is such a joy to watch.
A real problem here, isn't he, Rizwan? Because
those 5 bowlers used. One of them's Bracewell. Bracewell's gone for 33 from 3. And unless he throws it to Iftikhar, I'm not sure what other option he has but to go back to Bracewell again for one of these all-important 3.5 overs.
This is very Daryl Mitchell, this. He's really good at seeing things through to the end. He'll put away the bad ball, but he won't press unless he needs to.
Just a sense of calm in this partnership. Which you talked about Sikandar Raza. He is such a dynamic player. Boundaries offside, leg side, front foot, back foot, so all length.
Oh, that's class. Look at that. You've got a lot of it to it. Sped out to a backward point. A couple more. These two just cruising. They're looking absolute control of the game. Can't imagine them letting it go either. It's a proper lesson to Karachi Kings of last night in how to see through a chase. There's a kind of ruthlessness to it. Seventeen gone, 159 for 4. So a reminder here that Multan Sultans made 185 for 3. Superb acceleration in the final 10, and the final 3 realised 49 alone. So the question was, were they around par, were they a bit above it? Certainly, I don't think anybody thought they were below it, but the Lahore Qalandars have played very well, very consistently through the innings, sensibly to begin with. They've all chipped in, that's clear, 48, 35, 34, 28. Yeah, he's on it. Don't worry about that. This guy's breathtaking, actually. Sikandar Raza.
Yeah, certainly in cruise control when he stepped on the gas as well. Sikandar Raza backs away. He knows that Ubaid Shah wants to hit the deck hard. So he just gives himself room to open up the offside. Gets underneath it. Boy, what power this guy possesses.
Another one with fast hands. You play the ball late with fast hands. You're using the pace of the ball plus your own sort of whiplash. So the best thing is to take the pace off the ball.
Parkview City free hit for fans. Win house contest, match 15 winner Sana Khan. So congratulations are in order.
Good try, he didn't miss by much. I don't know that he'd have done for Mitchell, but just feel the tide has moved firmly in favour of the Lahore Qalandars here. You just can't see a way back in.
Yeah, I suppose we've all seen enough cricket to know that it's not done until it's done, but Mitchell has just been so calm. The way that he's picked off singles whenever the ball wasn't there to be hit, but any time you give him an opportunity, disappears to the boundary. And that just sucks all the life out of you as a fielding side when somebody is just playing in such a measured fashion, such high skill.
Gorgeous stroke that. I mean, for all the unorthodoxy, you get a bit of classicism, and 50 he goes to in 32 balls. He's 27th in T20s, he's second in the HBL PSL. And he was Lahore's first pick in the draft. What a wise choice.
Just another great example, isn't it? Yeah, the ball's a little bit short, a little bit wide, but he just doesn't miss. Had that ball been a good length, he'd have found a way to knock it for one. You give him any sort of a chance to punish you to the boundary and he takes it. Fabulous innings.
And this is exactly why Lahore Qalandars picked him. They had the option of picking an opener in Warner, but they wanted Daryl Mitchell in the middle order.
And we go again. Just a little help on its way.
Well, this is almost taking the mickey. Just a lazy swing of the arms, really. There was no violence involved in it whatsoever. Mitchell just presses forward, then just picks it up as it's on its way towards his left hip. Oh yeah, head in hands.
They're doing exactly what James Vince and Tim Seifert were doing in the first half of the run chase yesterday. Complete control of the situation, cruising, playing beautifully. The difference was they blew it, and these guys have done anything but. They've shaken Multan Sultans to the core, I think. They must have thought they had such a great chance with that total. Goodness me. 18 have gone, only 11 are needed now, 175 for 4. To add to our appreciation of this partnership. It's worth 80 and 39 balls. A lot of good cricket played tonight. None more so than this partnership. Pitch has been excellent. Lisa Starlicker said all along, you know, it is green, but it'll play fine, and it has. There's been hints of uneven bounce around, but the batsmen have conquered it. Lucky for Javed switching ends now. None for 33 from his 3. It's been quite painful for the Multan bowling attack, if we're honest.
Delivery, quick Yorker. But the problem has been for Multan Sultans is death bowling. It has been the bowling. It has gone the distance even today. You look at how they built the innings. They thought they had enough and they thought the bowlers would do a job, but yet again they faltered.
Too good, too easy, utterly convincing. 5 more needed.
Stop it, Daryl Mitchell. Just the impudence and the cheek of it. Doesn't he make it look easy? Absolutely effortless.
Great to see how he watches the ball onto the blade of the bat. Keeps himself dead still. He gets in position, he gets very low, and then he just uses the bat as a ramp. And now they all know, the owners, the fans, they all know it's done and dusted. And who's to say Sikandar Raza won't finish this with the boundary? Mitchell unbeaten on 64. Sikandar on 39. Partnership 87. Hard work is done. This is time for the fun. Here we go then. Oh, that's a wide ball. Well, they get 2 for that, the wide and the run, so Mitchell comes back onto strike. Now only 2 needed. Scan the code. Go loop low, download it. Get involved, enter into the lucky draw, chance to win a Go Lutlo motorbike at every match game. Beautiful machines they are too. Terms and conditions apply. Can Daryl Mitchell do it in style? Oh no, he can't, the opposite. Anything but, he'll be furious. Such a professional. And it is painful not to see it through.
Yeah, for once the ball sort of skidded through and beat him for pace. There's a little ricochet onto the stumps. This shot just skids through. Almost the arm and then the leg and onto the stumps, but what a fantastic knock Daryl Mitchell has played. He's got Lahore Qalandars to the brink. 64 classy runs of just 38 deliveries. 184 for 5.
Who's come out there? Asif Ali, who opened in the last match, he's a good hitter of a cricket ball too, so he's on strike here to 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐈𝐄. 2 runs are needed. There's one of them. So it will be Sikandar Raza then who will have the chance to seal the deal.
Well, they've been treated tonight. And the Lahore Qalandars fans. It's been a fantastic game. Excellent batting in the first half from Rizwan and Gulam. And then equalled and exceeded in quality by Daryl Mitchell and Sikandar Raza.
There you have it. The Lahore Qalandars turn their 100th match in the HBL PSL into a night of glory. A superb run chase. Calm, efficient, exciting, at times extravagant, and wholly entertaining. The victory margin just 5 wickets. But boy, it felt one-sided in that last half an hour or so.
Yeah, extraordinary to think. Teams were almost level peggings around about the 9th over. In the end, they would win it in an absolute canter, an over left. Absolutely sensational run chase, marshalled by Daryl Mitchell. Cannot overstress how good an innings that was. A little bit of a glimmer of hope when Ubaid struck twice in 1 over to get rid of Shafiq and Billings for Multan. After that, Raza came to the crease. He and Mitchell took control. And the Sultans have taken, even the Qalandars have taken the points.
The Sultans have taken a beating. And the Qalandars have taken the points. Lahore moved to number 2 in the table. Multan stay at the bottom. Captain, owner, friend, they're all out there. And they're all rejoicing on the night of the 100th game that they're playing in this tournament. They're entitled to. Ahmed Rizwan managing to find a smile, but it can't be easy. They're right down the bottom of that table. And they're not performing as they'd hoped to. Of course, friends in the Pakistan Pakistan side, so the spirit is writ large across those pictures.
And with that victory, Lahore move with the 2 points to number 2 in the table. And Multan will stay at the bottom. They have very little room to wriggle now to Multan, but this man on screen, his partnership with Sikandar Raza, high quality, high class, and extremely dominating. Made sure that Lahore Qalandars, after that wobble, won in style, won comfortably in the end, and made the run chase, which looked to be pretty tricky at one stage, just very, very simple. And Shai Hope, well, he'll be very happy with the performance of Lahore Qalandars. Multan Sultans, well, they'll be thinking long and hard. It hasn't been a tournament to remember so far for them.
I still think as well, Qalandars haven't quite got the balance of the team right as yet. Nevertheless, that little nudge backward of square. Sikandar Raza rightly celebrates, rightly takes the plaudits. He was rightly moved up the order as well. And the Qalandars are back in this. Fans have absolutely loved every minute of it.
Sometimes the pictures do all the talking. It's the drone picture that we've seen all night, and there it is in facts and figures. Names that will become resident in this tournament for sure. 28 for Thacker at the start, then Shafiq 34. To Daryl Mitchell and Sikandar Raza put together that really outstanding partnership, top class short form batting. Chase managed very easily and very intelligently. And the target reached with an over to spare. Look at those partnerships, but it was that one of 89 between Mitchell and Raza that saw them home. Good players to come too. Tom Curran, expert in white ball situations, and Shai Hope, no mug when it comes to swinging that willow. It wasn't easy for any of the bowlers. Zubaid was the best of them without a doubt. He's a real talent, as is the whole family too, for 34. But it was by no means easy for them. We're going to head downstairs now and to Ramiz Raja.
Multan Sultans captain is here with us. Rizwan, score तो ठीक ठाक था, ऐसा नहीं था स्कोर के इतनी आसानी से ये स्कोर हो जाना चाहिए था. कहाँ पे गलती हुई है?
बिस्मिल्लाह, बिल्कुल रमीज भाई, वैसे जैसे टास पे भी शाही ने भी किया था कि 160 इज इनफ स्कोर है इस पिच पे, और हमने भी हमारा भी जहन में ये था कि 160 165 इज इनफ स्कोर इस पिच पे. मगर मेरे ख्याल से अगर आप कैचेस ड्रॉप करते हैं क्रूशियल टाइम पे और फिर आप अगर इसी पिच पे 250 भी कर ले तो डिफेंड करना मुश्किल हो जाता है.
सही है, बॉलिंग के लास्ट पार्ट जो है वो ठीक नहीं चल रहा है. क्या समझते हैं, क्या उसके ऊपर करने की जरूरत है आपको? क्या क्लैरिटी चाहिए बॉलर्स को, यॉर्कर करें, चेंज ऑफ पेस? कुछ ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे कि बिल्कुल ही जो एक प्लॉट है ना वो लूज कर जाते हैं.
जी बिल्कुल रमीज भाई, बेसिकली अगर आप नए बॉल के भी देख लें, आज थोड़ा सा बेहतर रहा हमारा नया बॉल की वजह से, जोश ने अर्ली ऑन बहुत अच्छी की है. मगर ये एक प्रॉब्लम मेरे ख्याल पिछले मैचेस में से यही आ रहा है कि अगर नया बॉल अच्छा करते हैं तो डेथ में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है. जहाँ पे मिडिल ओवर्स में हमें विकेट लेनी पड़ती है तो वहाँ पे कोई हमारे पास बॉलर्स ऐसे नहीं होते विकेट दे सकता है. तो ये एक प्रॉब्लम है. जिस तरह अगर आप दूसरी टीमों को देख लें, मिडल में आके विकेट लेते हैं तो मेरे ख्याल से वो टीम ही चेंज हो जाती है.
अब कैरेक्टर शो करना है मुल्तान सुल्तान को, इसलिए कि आपके पास अब गलती की गुंजाइश कम बचती जा रही है. आपको सारे मैच जीतने हैं या 4 में से 3 जीतने हैं. ये एक तरह से अच्छा प्रेशर भी होता है.
अभी तक तो ये कह रहे थे कि चांसेस है, मगर अभी मेरे ख्याल से कि चांसेस कम होने वाले हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास इस तरह चांसेस नहीं है कि आप अगले मैचेस में अगर 1-2 देख लें. क्योंकि अगर 1-2 हारते हैं तो फिर दूसरी टीमों को देखना पड़ेगा, जो मैं हमेशा इस चीज़ को लाइक करता ही नहीं हूँ.
तो ये आप जब इस तरह का मैच हारते हैं तो मीटिंग में क्या करते हैं आप? दुर्गत बनाते हैं, गुस्से होते हैं, या प्यार मोहब्बत से फिर से समझाएंगे?
नहीं रमेश भाई, कहीं जैसे फ्रेंचाइज क्रिकेट है, गुस्सा भी करना पड़ता है और प्यार से समझाना पड़ता है, मगर क्योंकि अगर आप देख लें जब हम मिस्टेक इस पर रिव्यू करते हैं, कोशिश करते हैं कि वो पॉइंट आउट किया जाए, फिक्स किया जाए, मगर स्टिल अगर आप बार बार कोई गलती करेंगे तो रिजल्ट तो फिर ऐसे ही आना है।
चले, बेस्ट ऑफ लक अगले मैचेस के लिए, और अच्छा स्कोर था, अच्छी ट्राई किया आपने।
थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू।
Well, he thought 160 was enough and pointed out he dropped a couple of catches. It hurts. Here are the highlights. His point about the bowling being inconsistent is fair, but I think in the face of the batting, he had a lot to contend with. The pitch was fine, even though it was very green. Actually played pretty well. Some of the stroke play is just magical, really. All the sounds off the bat, which is fantastic. Wickets fell, of course. But it was just that one time when there was a bit of hope, wasn't it? I think Abdullah Shafiq and Sam Billy's got out the same over to Ubaid Shah. And that was the one point you thought,